Hello, Rosebuds. Hey, how are you? All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right, let's see if this one working now. Okay, let's see if this one working now. Let's see if it's working on both of them. Okay, there they go. Facebook and YouTube, and the other X is Twitter. Cause I don't be knowing what these things is. I didn't know what the X thing was. Now I have to try to fix my computer, my tablet, because my tablet went all the way out on me. Oh boy. It's saying something else. It says Android recovery. I don't know how to do this. Mm, I'm gonna have to take this in. I don't know what's wrong with this. Where did I take this? But just I ain't know. I turned it on. All right, you all. Yes, I am back. I am back. I'm 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 back. Woo. That was fast. Let's see. I don't know whether it work or not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If not, we can get finished watching. What is it called, y'all? TikTok. TikTok. This don't want to work on this computer. Yeah, I may gotta take this in because I don't know what none of this stuff means. Recovery and mm, if it is kind of late, it may be kind of late for some people. Let me see. Yeah, for some people it may be kind of late. You know, may be late. Mm. I'm trying to see why this won't reset. Anyway, I'm up here, you all. I can't get my tablet to go to my TikTok, so I'm on YouTube then. So if any readings, anybody else want any readings, you can just whatever you send in my cash app, I go ahead and do your reading by cards, whichever way you want it. Cards, monthly, weekly, yearly, through the app, through the cards, either way, because I got Aquarius Maximus. Thanks, shout out to Aquarius Maximus. I have her app that will let you see like months in advance, weekly. It will also let you know what's your peak for this year, like what you need to be focusing on. What's your peak for this year? What's going to help you catapult this year. And also with Aquarius Maximus app, it also lets you know what you need to be working on, what you need to stay away from. Plus, it has what's going on with you day by day by day by day by day by day. So that's a good thing. I had to go get me some chocolate, you all. Mm-hmm. Had to go get me some chocolate, y'all. I was running out of chocolate. Mm. And we're gonna see if we can watch us some so for the solar eclipse, a lot of you all need to use your heart space. Mm-hmm. A lot of you all need to use your heart space. And for people, pardon me, I'm eating some chocolate. For the people who haven't really done their heart space work or done their work, they're going to get it in the long run because they chose to not use their heart space. You know, like the man who fell to earth and he didn't have any emotions. Well, the thing is with this heart space, you want to use it, you want to neutralize your heart. Like, don't believe every sad song that comes along. All around the world, the same song, as Tupac and Digital Underground would say. All around the world, the same song. No, but a lot of people already know what's going on. But you want to use your heart space and be able to discern. You know what I mean? You want to be able to use that because they are divide and conquer. Everybody knows the same old tactics. It's the same tactics. SOS, same old, same old, SOS, same old, SOSOSOE is the same old stuff, different day. Same old stuff, just different day. But now, yeah, I had to go get me some chocolate. But now they had to go get more on it, right? So they had to go get more sophisticated on. You know what I mean? But hmm I'm trying to pull my tablet up. And if it's not going up, I'm gonna have to take it back. Mm, Take it somewhere. I fast. No, I can eat for a little while. Then after that, I can eat no more until tomorrow after 6. Well, I can eat like 4 and 5 in the morning, but I don't get up and eat that early. Mm. So I choose to wait till the evening. If this one's not gonna work, then we're gonna go ahead and look at some TikTok videos. It's not working. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to take this in some type of way. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, anyway, you all. So let's get on. If anybody don't have any readings to do or ask about, If anybody don't have any readings to ask about, let's see what we're gonna get into. Nobody have any readings to ask about? Okay, if y'all have some readings to ask about, let me know. Let's go look at some TikTok videos. Okay, now we go. Oh, let me go back. Let me go back, y'all. Let me see.
Nigga, Lyme disease ain't gonna make your teeth fall out your head a couple days after you done got big.
Right.
Like, that's not the way that works. But somebody raised a good point, though. Listen to this. This is why I'm receptive. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen. He said maybe the frequency of that came heightened the reaction of the bug bite that happened to him. So I sat back and I listened to it. I'm like, wow, that can actually be possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you want to say something to people, I see people in the comments sometimes y'all be just saying stupid shit. Like, it is what it is, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep it real. That's dumb. But we here though. We here together to help you.
But another thing that it can't only be it's not only subjected to military frequency, it can be amplified by way of solar radiation. So solar radiation, they know that we at the apex of a fourth turning. So you at the sun cycle. The sun cycle produces X-class solar flares, and those solar flares and those CMEs has the ability to manipulate the genetical structure of humans so much to the point it could break down the biological structure, or it could break down your neurological systems. So that's why they call it, this new pandemic or whatever, this new, what I'm talking about,
Yeah. You don't want to. Hey, look, we help. You know how YouTube look. I'm telling y'all, look, you can. It's not a such thing as free speech,
right?
because if it was free, we'll be able to say certain words. We certain people's Candyman to us got us shook again because they delete our channel and shit. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta be tactical. Then you gotta think, man. We putting this information out. What happens to people that stand up for their community and there's a positive influence in the community on many different levels? They get attacked. So look, smash that like button for us, man. We building, y'all.
This is one of those moments you gotta ask yourself, what do I want?
We've got 8 scientists frozen into a block of flesh. My people need to be respected.
They want you to spy on me.
Y'all press the like button too.
Yeah, now check that out. So this is another rendition of like the stuff that's underneath us. You know, a lot of us are more consumed about our daily lives and trying to survive. A lot of people are in fight or flight. And that's where they would want you at, because we demonstrated how the positive side and negative side can feed off of your energy. Just like there are agreeable and disagreeable, quote unquote, Anunnaki, reptilians, whatever you want to call them, right? It's like that everywhere. So Mary Poppins, she was feeding off the positive side, Pennywise the negative side.
Facts.
So, you know, it's a balance in life, and that's why we trying to find balance within our communities and build ourselves up with this information. And you know what I'm saying, just thinking outside the box, because we were misled to be trapped inside the box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, that's why, since we breaking out the infinity loop of the Kali Yuga cycle, this is another way to trap us right back into the artificial time analysis mechanism. That is the box, the Saturn Moon Matrix. The Saturn Moon Matrix is the foundation of the fermented dome that keeps you encapsulated by being spiritually cut off from the spiritual sun outside of the dome, which is the star Polaris. So that's why you're looking at this depiction of uh, the firmament, saying you got the two celestial bodies, and those two celestial bodies work off a cymatic frequency that operates on fractions of light that's coming from outside of the dome, because the true sun is outside inside of the dome, works in tandem with the two physical eyes, which is the false light, which is what you call Lucifer. So since we live in a Luciferian system, according to Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4, it says that the system, so when you live in an inverted system, that spiritually keeps you encapsulated by the dark priesthood of the Vatican, the dark priesthood of everything that's connected to their system. So it's basically a spiritual entrapment for reincarnation purposes.
All right, let me turn the volume back on for this next one.
Proof that's backing up that spiritual enlightenment comes from our pineal gland, known as the third eye, and depicted as ancients as the seat of the soul. And here with more is spiritual coach Ronnie Hatchwell. Coach, mentor, all of the above. Hi, Ronnie.
Hi.
This is so cool. You sent me this video like a few weeks ago, and it really kind of put it together.
Wanted to go into medicine.
gland. Your basic gland is your pineal gland. Some people call it pineal. I understand it's pine cone shape called pineal gland. And the grade of your melanin will help you to do things that other people can't. You can begin to adapt to magnetic fields. Here it's broken down. I'm giving it to you a different way now. Magnetic fields, electrical fields, and orgone fields. Without that, you cannot adapt to it. Our problem here nowadays is elves. Am I talking about the one in the Hollow Earth? Or am I talking about the one in the fairy tales? Because elves, not elves, are killing you. Elves is extra low frequency, which is electrical propagations, electrical energy. That is what short circuits you. That's what's causing. And they're building up more and the short circuit through things, which we will also get into too.
I don't look. I ain't gonna hold you. Look, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna say this straight off the rip, though. If I find out that we knock down some towers or some shit, them shits disappeared. They're sitting in the elf waves, nigga, and we stop aging, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like 60. Figure this out. You know what I'm saying? They got to run me something. I need reparations. Nigga. On a whole nother level.
I'm having problems, y'all.
Hydrangea root tea mixed with stinging nettle root is things that can help detoxify the pineal. The things that calcify the pineal gland is fluoride.
And the reason they do that is for, you know, oh, my bad.
Oh, no, you good. Well, yeah, let me rock this last one.
This way to activate your pineal gland, first of all, is to detox it, getting away from fluorides and toxins and processed foods and eating clean. And then, of course, through meditation, but also through a special type of meditation called breathwork meditation. Breathwork meditation for 2 to 3 hours will create this scenario in the brain where the brain thinks you're getting near death when you do the breathwork technique. Force the pineal gland to pressure up and squeeze and release more DMT. You can have a psychedelic experience without going to the jungle.
Yep. All right, we good.
So when they talking about attacking God, they're really talking about the master gland, which is the hypothalamus or the pituitary gland. So when you are attacking God, you're attacking the mind that's connected to the etheric frequency, because God is the highest extension of the mind, which uses elements and matter to express itself. So when you drink in that water, like you was talking about, and it's breaking down the neurotransmitters, when you eat these genetically modified foods, it can break down the genetical structure to where you don't activate the Christ body. So when you look at all monotheistic teachings, it talks about the return of the Christ. It does not say the return of Jesus. There's a diametrical difference between Jesus and the Christ. The Christ is the Christ consciousness. The Christ consciousness is activated by the pineal gland. So when you activate God realm and go into the higher dimensions. So this is why the World Economic Forum, the political system, all these other factions that's connected to the government have to keep us at a low frequency.
Yep, and check it out like this too as well. I appreciate you, Summer Gatewood. But look, you got to think, man, and like look at the overall video. The stuff we're being attacked at so many different angles, guys. In a luxury vehicle, like an AMG or some shit like that, it's not going to run correctly. It's going to be sluggy. You haven't been at your foot. Get on here all the time, and I tell y'all, you don't really know who you are and what you're capable of, all consciously too, as well. I'm not going to be so conscious where I turn into a fucking stiff and I can't have fun and enjoy myself.
Right.
I'm still going to rap. I'm still going to eat certain things. I'm still going to partake. He's going to be away from me. You know, I make my projection of life. Nobody else controls that. And once you start understanding that you're in full control, man, it's over. It's over. Can't nobody say shit to you. A lot of people want to start YouTube, but they ain't gonna do it because they're scared to put their face on there. But once you actually jump out there and you commit to something, B-Dale can tell you, we both grinded YouTube out. We had to put ourselves out there, had to be vulnerable to show the people that we real, you know. And I think like with this whole social media era, a lot of people live fake lives and they live through other people rather than living through themselves and treating themselves right. You see a lot of people that are super fans of sports, but they're sitting on a couch eating Doritos, all fat, blood pressure high,
right?
Stats and shit about this nigga life. But why ain't you like, you know, like, cause look at a lot of the fans. Let's be real, y'all. They busting out the seams, nigga. Eating all them hot dogs, drinking all the beer, all of that. But the athletes are in shape. But these are the same people that criticize the athletes for falling off or getting fat. But you've been this the way the whole time, busting out the seams like a can of busted biscuits. You know, yeah, bust a can of biscuits and the nigga start. But yeah, you got something.
But yeah, it's, you know, we at a time right now. We gotta be very meticulous. We gotta be very, you know, a lot of things is gonna be taking place. We at the sun cycle. A lot of stuff during this time period is gonna be weird. It's gonna be uncomfortable. You know, you can't be in a state of fear because that's the only way, because they supplicate your emotions to the point they transmute it into a weakness. You can't let them do that. So just, you got to be very aware in the times that we live in right now. So just like he said, you know, if you're going to be about the cause, actually, you know, do the damn thing, be a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
Right. And we got to understand too, it's a frequency war, man. Like, they want you to be in a state of fight or flight. They want you to be afraid. Like, how do you think most people got signed up to get the
yeah. I call it, you know what I call it, draconian juice.
Oh man, like Hell nah. But look, yeah. How you look? They actually had a lot of people that everything ain't what they said it was. They lied to you. So how many times are we gonna go through the same process over and over and let that happen to us as a collective? Because around me, and that still affects me because these people, you know, didn't deserve that because the things that they didn't know. So they preying on people's ignorance. And at this point, us, especially us around our age group, we have no excuses to keep doing the same shit that got us here because certain people in our history failed us and we can't do the same.
That's a fact.
For our people. And we have platforms, and I'm gonna speak out about it, y'all. So make sure, look, man, and y'all support your boy, smash that like button. Y'all go down here in the description and support B-Dale, man. Go ahead, follow him on YouTube. He drops great content. I see content when somebody is dropping just pure knowledge and they sticking to the points, you know. This is another channel right here that I would watch, you know, and for updated knowledge too as well.
We're living right now. As much as they failed us, you know, getting deeper into the information because the great majority of the westernized education system, they're not going to teach us and give us the edification on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to subjugate a people, you got to create the political economical dominance to where you can have a certain class of people as a common denominator to make your system work. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, it's always good to have an alternative outside of the political structure, outside of the religious infrastructure. You know, you got truth speakers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You got Dre OG, you got me, you got people, you know, who's working in that genre who's putting out that truth. So that's what it's about. It's about giving out the edification to people, the generational curses that subjugated their bloodline.
Somebody said they just subscribed to you. I appreciate that. Y'all go subscribe to Be There.
I appreciate, you know, especially during the time of the sun cycle, it's all about gratitude because the energy that you put out is going to return right back to you. You know what I'm saying? So whether you're doing something indirect,
just got better. Hey, it's staple on issues. They were blurry. They were freezing.
They invite you to these parties, these house parties. And they
well, with local recordings from
Talk about it. We're gonna get out here in the world and show.
So you can't just be, you know, only subjected to giving information online.
Right. Let me see if we got any more questions. Y'all got some questions in the comments? Y'all can go ahead and ask some. In here, 6,300 people in here. Everybody smash that like button. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. We should.
Yeah, we can answer.
Sedona, look. Somebody said it.
What she said?
She just said Sedona. See, look, it's been calling me too, bro. Let me show it right here.
Oh, Sedona, Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because so Arizona in itself is an energy center. There's a lot of interstellar vortex portals in Arizona, especially in Grand Canyon, because that was basically the inception point when you had the sun Utu got projected from planet Nibiru, projected inside of the planet, because that was the
What's his name? B.O.B. B.O.B. He said, what that nigga say? He said the earth is flat. Nigga, you ain't hear no more songs from him again. That was going crazy, bro.
Man,
look, they wasn't fucking with it. Why do y'all think that he lost everything? He lost everything. They stopped rocking with him.
Because he had that song he had with Bruno Mars. That shit was taking off like crazy. And then after that, oh, the earth is flat. He ain't got. Now he living in an apartment. See what happens when you tell the truth?
Hey, hell yeah. They put his ass in the corner. Hey, go stand your ass in that corner right there. Fucking around talking about the earth flag. Go stand your ass right there in that corner.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. You tell the truth, man. They're gonna castigate you to the point where they're gonna subjugate your finances. So that's what it's about. That's how they control most of the celebrities. They're gonna dangle that bag over your head. Hey, if you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't get on that casting couch. Hey, you ain't getting in that movie. You ain't finna get this record deal. So really, people's interpretation of you're selling your soul is not only subjected to. It's really just based on selling your morals and your vows and your principles by going against your own integrity. And it's also you can actually sell your soul, but on a physical level, but not on the spiritual level. On the physical level is really just was 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 really just
The firmament.
Yep.
Like I don't see what you want to believe from your from.
Right. That's crazy.
I be just, I be so just mind blown by this stuff, but it is what it is,
They
man.
say, and then they say even some people trapped in religion, they even also say that extraterrestrials are not real. When you go to Deuteronomy chapter 3 verse 8, right, it tells you the size of the Nephilim, which is 9 cubits. 1 cubit of a man is 18 inches. You take 9 cubits times 18, you get 162. Divided by 12, you get 13.5 feet. So what happens is when you see the size of a Nephilim or whatever, what made them that size? Where did they come from? Right? So with that being said, that means that there are supreme beings that came to this planet, that fell to this planet and jump-started humanity when you're talking about the Canaanite. So like I said, all this stuff is inside the Bible, but you got to read it with a spiritual eye. You can't read into the Bible like it's a children's book. You know what I'm saying? You can't read into the Bible like it's a
Okay, y'all. So back with myself. Back with myself. Let me see. I don't know what happened. But I'm back with myself again. Hope you all can see me. I don't know what happened, but I have another one for you all. I have another one for you all. I have another one. Let's see. I don't know if you all have any comments. If you all have any questions you want to ask. If you have any questions you want to ask, go ahead and ask the questions, Rosebuds. If you want to know anything about your sign, the year, anything you want to know about your zodiac signs, go ahead and ask now. Whatever you donate to me, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. Whatever you donate is fine. I can't seem to get in here. It's keep acting up. Oh, there it is. I'm in there, but seems like I'm not moving. Seems like I'm not. Any questions? If there's any questions, Rosebuds, go ahead and ask any questions. Any questions, Rosebuds? You can ask any questions. I don't know. It seems like I'm not moving, but I'm still there. That's why I put it there. Any questions you have? We have some more we can watch unless somebody want to ask some questions. So let me share some more. I have some more.
But they don't want you to know that. You really all need to be asking yourself questions of why they don't want media clips that they posted and put out there all together to form a picture. Probably because that picture is actually pretty hideous. So if you see me on any other account, it's my backup. Come follow if you are in support of stopping the human child trafficking going on in this country.
That shit is crazy. That shit is definitely crazy out here too.
The Darkest Conspiracy Theories, Part 2. The Bohemian Grove Club. The Bohemian Grove Club is a place located in the woods of California. It is a club filled with the world's most powerful people and the world's wealthiest. It has around 2,600 members. I'm talking politicians, actors, artists, presidents, writers, mostly discuss what's going to happen next in the world. JP Morgan was a part of this club, Clint Eastwood, and even Ronald Reagan. It's more like a cult than a club. People like Albert Einstein and Robert Oppenheimer even discussed the Manhattan Project there, which led to the world's first atomic bomb, taking the lives of millions of people. When it goes down, they worship an ancient owl god statue, in which they give fake sacrifices to. Yeah, they make a human shape out of sticks and twigs and put it in the fire.
Fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, midsummer sets us free.
Who the hell is recording this? Who the fuck is recording this, and how did they know when it was happening? That's wild.
My only question is, what other huge world events are being discussed and planned as we speak?
California?
So I'm feeling conspiracy-y. Now
I'm not smarter than you, but I have been working in marketing pretty much for the past 10 years. And what I will tell you is that the sooner that we realize that everything that we believe, we have been socialized to believe, and everything is marketing, the better off we will be. Hear me again when I say this. Everything is marketing. Everything that you believe is marketing, and everything is recycled. The dog whistles that you hear today, go woke, go broke, really think about this on so many levels. There were anti-literacy laws in place in America at the same time of existence as the Rockefellers. There were laws in place that said if you teach Black people how to read, we will have problems. It is the same ideology that is recycled in this current system. The idea of go woke, go broke. If people become educated and aware of what is happening, we will lose profits. Everything is recycled. Nothing is brand new. Person who gets upset or annoyed at trends simply just does not have enough range. There is a concentrated effort happening to keep people
I agree with that.
asleep.
I agree with that.
And we've seen this is kind of like a ramp up and fallout because of what happened in 2020, where people had time to sit still and think. Like that was not no, that's never the plan. It was never the plan for people to sit still and think.
Ooh, that was never the plan. Ooh, how many things shifted when people just sat down and was like, hold on, let me come out of the rat race and then just let me just sit back and dissect what I've been learning, what I've been thinking, how I've been living my life, and how I want my life to be. A lot of people start shifting how they think and start shifting and start being like, hold on, I don't want my life to go like this. But once
I hope y'all seeing this. I can't see y'all now. Somehow it won't let me it won't it won't it won't let me see. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm gonna keep recording and show y'all what I had to share. Okay. Y'all hear that? Okay.
rat race, then you get to sit back and sit still and be able to analyze things properly without just going through the motions of doing the same thing day in and day out. Just saying.
And now we're seeing the problems. The problems aren't just coming from the fact that productivity and profits are increasing and wages are staying the same. They're more so coming from the understanding that I've seen behind the curtain of what you could do, and it's less expensive, and I could get it done online. And that exact scenario is happening all across the board because the reality that we were forced to believe literally broke in front of us, and everything that we're seeing is damage control. Now we're reeling back freedoms. I thought this was the land of the free. So even more conspiracy. As a content creator, you receive a lot of input from a lot of the world. Right. I'm a smaller creator, but between my 3 accounts, I have like almost 200,000 people. And so what you see often are bots coming in and infiltrating and sowing dissension. And what people don't understand is we spend all of this time reacting to these bots, sowing division. Now these things are called like the gender wars. And no one understands that if we are divided and not on the same page at all, we are exactly where we are wanted to be. Right. Nuclear warfare is not the way of warfare right now. It is purely technological. Ooh. So if you find yourself going off online, make sure it's you who's pulling the strings.
What they do is they invite you to these parties, these house parties, and then they be like, oh, Whoop the Whoop gonna be there, like your favorite rapper, the big ass person, and Whoop the Whoop gonna be there. Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones and all this shit, and then they might do some gay shit.
She sound like she don't even want to really get into it. She sound nervous a little bit talking about it right now.
Person, and Whoop gonna be there. Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones and all this shit, and then they might do some gay shit to somebody, and then like try to like and record it and tell them, oh, if you expose us, we gonna post it everywhere. And I know that from word of ear, but I know they do a lot of crazy shit in these house parties. And also, what I was about to say? Oh, okay. Let me tell you an experience I went through personally. So I was with some friends in LA, and it was this big influencer party. Should I say her name? It was Bella Thorne party. So I got invited from some other friends. It was on Halloween. I already don't celebrate Halloween. That's the devil's day. But I happened to be with them and they was going. I was like, fuck it, let's go. So it already was a lot of signs. The party said you have to be half naked. I'm like, first of all, I ain't going half naked nowhere. Second of all, it was like a lot of signs that was adding up that night. Like the same night on Hollywood Boulevard, the party was on Hollywood Boulevard, some guy got shot and killed on Hollywood Boulevard, so the whole street was shut down. So that was another sign. So then we get to the party. You know, this is the beginning of all this COVID stuff. So we get up there. They talking about, oh yeah, you can't bring your phone in. I'm like, first of all, who ain't bringing their phone in? I'm bringing my motherfucking phone in. I don't give a fuck who you with. It could have been Kim Kardashian, and I'm bringing my phone. What am I signing some shit for to get into a party? Like, what? Like, I'm from Atlanta. We don't do shit like that. And then this is where it really threw me off. They said they had to prick your blood to get in.
Hell nah.
I said, oh no, I'm good. Everyone else went. I called my Uber and left.
Hell nah.
Like, that's the shit where I think they be trying to get you. And like, if it's like you got to think about people move to LA for a dream. They chasing money, fame, clout, whatever. So they got to think about somebody, like a young girl that's trying to get on and just moved out there. Like connections, me, I'm good. Like that shit gonna come naturally. I don't gotta prick my finger, take my blood to get into a party. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. I'm not
I'm just crazy as shit. This scarf on my head for the last month because I'm tired. But fuck it up more than it already is. But I feel like it's been a big ass shift and nobody noticed it. Like, it's too much going on and I can't keep up no more, and I'm tired of keeping up, honestly. You got the fucking lady seeing shit on the airplane, seeing a person that ain't real. You got motherfucking the president of the United States getting kicked the fuck out the office and getting his house raided. You got COVID, big ass virus, everybody dying. Everybody arguing about the real woman and real and not real and cis and
they were just talking about that in one of the previous clips. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, these motherfuckers digging up statues, finding ancient Egyptian statues. These motherfuckers come out. We we getting visits from aliens, which them motherfuckers is not aliens, and they know it. They know it. I don't give a fuck. Call me a conspiracy theorist. And fake meat, fake food. You don't even know what to eat nowadays because you don't know what's real and what's not and what's gonna knock your ass over and kill you. Y'all, I cannot. You got motherfuckers talking about a big ass blackout that's gonna happen, and you sit there and wait for that. How the fuck are we supposed to live life with all this shit going on? You got CGI and robots that you could talk to now that could create anything for you. Fake ass images. You don't know what's real and what's fake. Y'all, I don't know what to say no more, but I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. I'm done. I throw the fucking towel in. I'm done. What are we gonna do? And the only thing that I could think is, what the fuck is 2024 gonna bring? Because it seemed like this the real fucking movie and ain't no way out. We in the real fucking movie, and the only difference is this shit ain't fake. This shit real as fuck. And
She right about that. This is real life here, and this shit
giant steps in Peru. You have got to be kidding me. Probably already know that this isn't a giant staircase. There still seems to be some confusion on it, so let me just drive it into the ground one last time. This is Ollanta Tambo. It is an Incan terrace farm. Milo, it looks like stairs. All right, riddle me this. If this was a staircase built for giants, why is there a human-sized staircase in the middle of it and another human-sized staircase on the side of it? I don't know, maybe they had human pets, a little pet on a guy on a string. That really looks like a giant could live in it. Oh yeah, and this doorway too. It's like 5.5 feet tall. Let's use some context clues. And what's that over there? Is that a terrace farm? Of course that's not a terrace farm. That was a staircase for baby giant. You ready for this? This is my favorite part. There is an entire valley right here. Where were they going? Why would you feel the need to build gigantic steps up this hill and into these tiny ass houses? Look at that. There's no stairs down the other side of the mountain. And this is what your giant stairs are made out of. Can you imagine a giant picking this up? Yes, we're gonna make a staircase so I can get over this hill. Giant conspiracy truly makes me believe that the human race is a lost cause.
Damn, he just went there and debunked all that shit. Who is this guy?
One of the most evil, vicious Navy bases in the history of the planet. They do stuff that would make like Santa Claus. Wow. Diego Garcia.
So
wait. Sorry. Diego Garcia. That's where that first Malaysian plane is. That's where it landed. It had 4 scientists on it. 20 scientists, but 4 had filed for patents. It was Malaysia, but they worked out of Austin, Texas, for Texas Instrument. And the ones behind that plane was Texas Instrument, the government, and Boeing, who made the plane. And everybody is stupid enough to believe that a plane almost a block long can just disappear.
That's real.
With the electronics we have,
right?
All the technology we have, the next generation of cars will come out. There'll be no driver. So we got 4 of those.
Hold up, man. Hold up. He said the next generation of cars come out, there will be no driver. We already seeing the Tesla can drive itself. Come on, man.
Top scientists that had filed for patents worth $400 billion. Okay. So if 1, 2, 3 of us and your brother, 4, we filed for patents. And then here's a friend of yours who's with us. So 5 of us filed for patents. If we die before the patent is granted, then your brother, who wasn't on the plane with us, he owns them all.
Wow.
So those 4 scientists, and the 5th person was the Carlyle Group. They own them all now. The patent was granted 3 days after the plane was missing.
Wow.
Okay. And so what I'm saying is this is the game, and if you can't follow that thread, then you don't.
It's crazy. What were the patents for?
Huh?
What were the patents for?
Oh, the patents was, you heard people talk about they're gonna one day inject you and can control you. Well, these guys come up with something, they don't have to inject you. They're just put in this room, you come in and you smell it. And that's why they killed them. They might have not killed them. They might just let them sit there and die.
I never get my.
That's Dick Gregory, boy. He different. Rest in peace.
The darkest conspiracy theories ever. The Bob Ross theory. Bob Ross was a famous painter on television. The theory claims that Bob Ross is actually a serial killer. It's because of one of his paintings. It's called Happy Little Accidents, which depicts an exact crime scene where 5 bodies were found. What do you think about this theory?
My man was out killing people?
This may be the most proof I've ever seen that the Illuminati actually exist. In this clip, Simon Lew starts talking about the Illuminati, and he turns his attention to Andrew Garfield, and notice what happens next.
Illuminati real? And if so, why haven't I been invited? Garfield, where are you? I know you know. I know you know.
He said, shut the fuck up.
Now let's look at that again. But that's nothing compared to this next one. Kelly Clarkson is interviewing Kevin Hart when she starts talking about being offered major money for sketchy things. Pay attention to Kevin's response.
Dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just what? You've been on, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
It's almost like these actors know they shouldn't be talking about these things. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and follow for more creepy, dark, and interesting content.
What's up with Kevin Hart, man?
This is what I mean when
Let me go back because I ain't catch that one. Yo, God. Look here, whoa. That gave me chills. Whoa. Whoa. That gave me chills.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go.
The conspiracy behind Wayfair. So I remember when this first was going on, a lot of people were all up in the air about it. Some people believed it, some people didn't believe it. And I happen to be one of those people that really didn't believe it. I thought there was no way that this huge corporation would use their website and certain items and certain coupon codes to possibly sex traffic kids. So I really never thought too much into it until one day something happened that actually changed my mind. So this happened about a year ago. So I work for a pretty well-known bank, and I remember we would always have this older lady come in, and anytime she came in, she would always do a cash deposit and immediately do a wire transfer. So one day I got a chance to help her, and I remember she did the cash deposit, which was like $13,000, all in cash, and immediately wanted to do a wire transfer. So when I started to help her, I remember the account number was written down on like a small piece of paper and the amount. So she was sending about 12,900 and like whatever cents to this account number. So I got to the part where I needed to type in who it was going to, and she told me it was going to Wayfair. And at first I really didn't think too much into it because she did have a business account, and I figured, well, maybe she's buying new furniture for her office or whatever. So after we were done, I started to go through her previous wire transactions just to see where all these other wires were going that she did prior. And they were all going to Wayfair. There was like 6 or 7 different wires that she was doing in the past like 60 days. Damn. And that's when I changed my mind. I knew that there was no way that this person that is always doing cash deposits and immediately doing a wire transfer afterwards to Wayfair, sending them thousands of dollars in 2 months, was buying furniture. There was no way. And I remember shortly after I reported the account just for like secondary review or whatever. And next thing I know, she never comes in again. I never see her again, ever.
Wow. Wow. That is crazy.
Stupid, bro. You see Kanye 6 feet tall and then you see him small. You better catch the small nigga and give him a hug, man, because he been through a lot of shit to be in that body.
He done
was
went
just
through a
trying
lot.
to eat that day. He finally got his shit back. And that's what the real Kanye be in a real fucking place, chilling, eating, no security. That's Kanye. He got his shit back. And because he got his shit back, the fake Kanye filmed him and was like, oh, this ain't Kanye. Look at that. It's basically what he was saying, bro. And it's like, yo, man, Kanye hops out of fucking $1 million cars, bro, and stands there and takes pictures and then hops in the car and leaves. Kanye goes and gives bags away, bro. Like he was giving Louis bags away out there in New York, bro. He's a thoroughbred. He's a real nigga, bro. He ain't no dope dealer. He's a producer. He's a real fucking artist. That's the real Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at
People think he crazy though. This dude right here, but I know he done went through a lot of shit. I know he done went through a lot of shit.
this nigga with the space shoes.
And he's always dressed like it's winter.
Yo, man, what the fuck? And then they got the space shoes on. What are you doing? Getting us ready for the infiltration? You want aliens down here? That's what they doing on Mars, wearing shoes like that. And they don't want y'all to motherfucking know it. They're wearing shoes like that on Mars and shit.
They think Orlando Brown crazy.
DeathCon owns Mars.
Seen stuff.
Yeah. So DeathCon owns Mars, and this motherfucker, he's trying to give us a little bit of his flavor, and we walking around in big clunker ass shoes, not knowing that we getting ready for infiltration. It's not a war no more, motherfucker. It's infiltration. It's your family. It's your mama. It's your daddy. It's your this. It's your that. It's your that. The world damn near done ended, and motherfuckers is sitting here acting like it's all the same. Because of DEFCON.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we love that little Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Sitting out there eating in a restaurant. I'm sorry, maybe I got my daddy's brain.
He lost me a little bit. I ain't even gonna hold you.
We're gonna have a debate here. There will be no unplugging until after the debate. All right? And in a few years. Yeah? You want to tell us a little about yourself?
Taken over the power grid, and I'll have my own drone army.
Okay, now I gotta share again, y'all. Hold on. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing my face, but I'm still here with y'all. Uh-oh.
What the hell? I ain't never seen no shit like that. I ain't never seen no shit.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
Every year, a million kids go missing, and like nobody knows why, where they are, or what happened to them. But one thing, just one thing, always correlates, bro. Look. In 2019, 2.3 billion chicken sandwiches were sold. That's 3.3% higher than 2018. And then in 2020, 6.4 billion were sold. Now look at this. Now look how the missing kids numbers go up. Look, 2018, 2019, and 2020. Now, what do you think happened to these kids? Like, the more people that go missing, the more chicken sandwiches that come out. I'm noticing that.
What? This is the conspiracy theory iceberg. If you haven't heard of it before, you need to watch this. It is a massive list of all the conspiracy theories in the world. There are 10 tiers, starting with the visible part of the iceberg, tier 1, that is the more well-known conspiracy theories that you may have heard of, with some things I've already covered, like lizard people and celebrity reincarnation. Then as you go down the iceberg into the dark sea, they're darker, scarier, and more dangerous. Tier 4 is called the point of no return, because that's where it gets scary, with conspiracy theories about the dangerous activities that are actually going on at the Denver airport, and what's hidden behind the secret chamber at Mount Rushmore. And then you get to tier 10, the bottom of the abyss, with conspiracy theories that will absolutely change how you look at the world, with theories like God's ego death and planned extinction for humans. Crazy dark shit.
Whoa. I ain't never heard of that shit.
Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your...
Nah, I don't want that. I don't want no implant in my brain.
I have a theory. What if life as we know it is one giant loop? As you see in a video, is of it zooming out from the Earth into the universe and the galaxies and everything like that. And we know that the smallest particle is an atom. So what if when you're zooming out, you're really zooming in? Because you're just one big, large body. But when you break you down to your cells on a molecular level, you just get this reality again.
Wow.
Look at this video. Like, isn't that what it looks like when they show the body? Like, look, watch this next part when they get out of, look at that. Nerves.
Wow.
Does that not look like nerves? How is that our universe? It is us. We are the universe, literally.
Wow. I like that one.
Air Force are
Fucking
looking to
listen.
immigrants to overcome recruiting shortfalls. They've ramped up their marketing, including on social media, to entice legal immigrants to enlist. They're also using recruiters with similar backgrounds to appeal to potential recruits. But the biggest draw for migrants is the promise of a fast track to citizenship, plus jobs and education benefits. Both the Army and the Air Force have said they will not meet their recruiting goals this year.
So was this the plan all along? I'm just saying. Was this the plan all along? On why they let all these fighting age men, immigrants, come over here in America? Because we know nothing ever happens just for no reason, you know.
That's real.
Now they're starting to recruit the immigrants into the Navy and the fucking Army. Y'all just heard that shit. Now that makes sense. I'm just saying that is the most logical reason, me personally, the most logical reason that I could think of on why out of all these years, we just now, out of all the time, hey, yeah, let's let all these immigrants come over here. We're gonna feed them. And we already know that Big Brother don't do nothing for free. Yeah, everything comes with a cost. Join the Army and the Navy. Hoorah. Let me know how y'all feel about the migrants joining the Army in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
Conspiracy. Whoa.
Tell me that ain't that's a robot or some shit. That ain't no fucking human being. He didn't move, blink, or nothing.
Hell no. Yeah, that ain't no human right there.
Bro, look at this shit.
What?
Oh, they got him too. No, this shit wicked than the bitch. I just peeped this shit watching the game in the finals.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The specs. So the specs here are pretty much the same as the ones on Spalding. So it shows you that. Ships inflated, all that kind of stuff, right? So you go back, but you go to the features, and it pretty much shows you all that. But I want to note this right here. If you look here, it says the NBA Game Ball 1 is the closest to what is used by the pros every season. However, basketball is used for NBA games, may have unique specifications, digital technology, and or stricter quality controls or tolerances. So I want to take notice of digital technology.
Right.
So a lot of people have questioned as of lately, and I've seen this become a lot more prevalent of a question. Are there magnets inside of the basketballs? Do I think so? Yes, definitely.
We have a basketball.
A very smart basketball.
It's very
Some would
smart.
say the smartest basketball you've ever seen. Somewhere inside of this ball, it's a Wilson X Smart basketball. It has something in it that talks to your devices that helps you learn how to play basketball. The way that this one works is it gives you 20 seconds on the clock. And so for every 2-point shot you make, you get a certain number of seconds, like 5 seconds added to it. For every 3-pointer you make, you get like 8 or 9 seconds added to it. And so you can just keep playing. Like you could play this all day long, but your clock is gonna run out the more shots that you make. Mel thinks that the actual chip is right here in this spot. And it makes sense because on the other side, there's the air side of it, even though it has the Bluetooth. Oh, what?
I wonder if it moves inside that little capsule.
When the ball spins, it can sense the rotation of it. That is interesting. And on this top side, it looks like
Smart basketball.
Yeah.
it's gonna have something to get that RFID chip.
So does it ever die?
Well, I just chopped the battery out of it. That's a pretty heavy duty battery. Will it run out of battery? It could. This is all the technology inside of it with the motherboard, the chips inside.
You can definitely see the chip.
To make a shot from anywhere on the court. Is it magic or is it magnets? Tiny magnets placed on the ball, ensuring a strong attraction to the metal rim. Watch.
Wow.
Don't believe me? Watch the NBA playoffs and you'll see there's really no other explanation.
People that's really for the culture out here, taking care of their fellow human beings. They don't like us collabing. They rather sit you in front of a TV and brainwash your ass. But it's my Aries talking. Some of these messes may go over people's heads, but it's all good. You know, don't spend too much time on these damn phones either, y'all, or in front of the TV. Go outside, sun gaze, put your feet in the ground.
Right.
Ground yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are ancient indigenous ways that are for you. You don't have to be a certain color, a certain religion, part of a certain spirituality. You don't have to do that.
People think Kyrie Irving is crazy, but this dude be onto some stuff. Get your ass outside, get some sunlight, and put your feet on the ground, man. Hug a tree or something.
It took me 20 years to read.
Neutrons in them.
What?
Too many computers.
You know, it's even more weird is if you take a picture of a $1 bill on the back.
It looks like an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you turn the contrast all the way up. And yeah, the contrast reveals an alien head and the face, the eyes, everything. It's kind of genius. What's in your pocket?
Yeah. Roswell.
Well, this shit is creepy.
Quit scrolling. I got a video that you need to see. AI is all around us. Have you noticed? Or do you even care? What is AI? AI is a simulation of human intelligence processed by machines. We live in the Matrix. What is the Matrix? It's a computer-generated dream world to keep us in control and enslaved so we never, ever question anything.
Right.
That's what it is. And just for the record, these are artificial robots that they put out in public, but you don't know what you're looking at because your pineal gland is calcified, which is your first eye, not your third. If you're operating at a low vibrational frequency,
Hey, this man said this your first eye, not your third eye. That's the first time I ever heard that. I always heard it as third eye. He said this is your first eye.
you're not going to understand this. You're not going to come into the truth. They said the truth is more strange than the lie. Do you want the truth or not? Because it's right in front of you. I already know what a lot of you are going to say. You're going to say that she has a disability or that she's on drugs, but you're drastically incorrect. If you're saying this, I want you to unfollow me, and I mean that sincerely. I'm about to show you the video. You tell me what you think.
This robot is supposed to be a lifeguard. Look, she got eyes behind her lens, behind her eyeball, and showing her what to see. But she's a whole AI. She's the AI. Look at her.
What?
Everything,
Nah.
goddamn it, think you see is real ain't real.
Wow.
Look at her. Look at her movement.
Nah, yo. Nah, hell nah.
Robot dog. This is supposed to be a lifeguard. This is supposed to be a lifeguard. Look at the movement.
Ain't no way.
Look at this. She heard me. She said something. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? Okay, no, you are not real. No, ma'am, you are not real. You are not real, ma'am. You are the Matrix. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. Cause see, now she's finna call security on me. She's finna call to try to get security, get security, get me up out of here because I see this for what it is. You will learn to listen to your sister. You will learn to listen to me. Look at her movement. She's throwing her hand up. She's giving them the signal that I realize who she is. She's throwing up the signal. She's throwing the signal up that I see.
That was crazy, bro.
If I was gonna join the Illuminati, I would have. Don't get me wrong, I would have. But I would have did it back then, before all my niggas went to prison. To me, it was like, yo, you mean if a nigga get a certain amount of money, you gotta say it was a spiritual being. The devil came and gave him the bag.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
Like, man, I was so proud the first time I heard a nigga told me I was Illuminati. I swear to fucking God, I wanted to drink champagne and roll up some weed, and I finally made it, bitch. I'm above you stupid motherfuckers. If I knew the Illuminati was gonna pull up to my fucking house and zap niggas and you walk out to 100 million, sign me up. I'm all with it.
What? Come on, Ross.
And my unpopular opinions on spirituality that will make you look at the world differently. So my video won't get taken down as TikTok is fake. 1, you don't have to practice religion to be spiritual. 2, heaven is a state of mind that we can reach on earth. 3, before we were born, our soul chose the life that we wanted to experience. 4, if we don't learn the lessons of this life, we keep reincarnating until we do. 5, the pineal gland, aka the third eye, is our gateway to higher consciousness. 6, extraterrestrials are real and living amongst us. 7, past life regression works and you can do it through self-hypnosis. 8, healing crystals are a legit way to heal your energy. 9, the world operates on the principles of energy, frequency, and vibration. 10, we have multiple realities and each choice we make leads to the reality we experience.
That's real. That is real.
And it's mostly just a big ball of lava.
That's Earth. But 10,000 feet is not a big deal.
Have you given any consideration whatsoever to the flat Earth movement?
Haha. I think that's a troll situation.
Oh, it's not. No, it's not. You would like to think that
Okay.
because you're a super genius. But I, as a normal person, I know there's people way dumber than me. And they really, really believe. They watch YouTube videos, which go on uninterrupted and spew out a bunch of fucking fake facts very eloquently and articulately. And they really believe. These people really believe.
I mean, if it works for them, sure. Fine.
Weird though, right?
Give your skin what it's asking for with Billy Body Wash. Like a bright glow. Soothing comfort.
I don't know why it's not showing me on the camera, y'all. I don't have no clue why it's not showing, but okay, do this. Share the screen, and there we go. Okay, to share it.
Said, no, I'm good. Thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so sometimes that doesn't translate as far as what you are allowed to have.
I think that's Maya.
What you have access to. You will be blackballed. You will be talked about. You will be shitted on. You will be rumored about.
Right.
But you have to stand strong on what you don't care for. It's not that serious to me, you know, if I have to sell my soul. And people will still try to manipulate, you know, the perception of you, regardless. But as long as you can go to bed at night and look in the mirror and be happy and say, thank God, you know, I've been kept. I'm still solid on who I am as a person.
I respect that. I respect that for sure.
Yeah.
Stop scrolling. I'm about to prove to you that we live on this, not this. And at the same time, prove that God's word is true and accurate. First off, they got us believing that these rockets are leaving the Earth, when in fact they can't because of this. And here's the proof. Let me introduce you to Wernher von Braun. He's known as the father of NASA. He even developed the rocket that supposedly took Apollo 11 to the moon. And on his grave, he quoted the Bible verse, Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. The biblical usage of firmament is known as an extended solid surface, the vault of the heaven supporting the waters above. And if we look at the book of Job, hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong and as a molten looking glass. So the firmament that is supporting the waters above is literally made out of glass. Notice how all the rockets, when they go up, they curve. Every single launch. We can even see this in the Disney logo.
Wow.
Which also has an interesting pattern going through it. I also find it a bit strange that in 1962, the US conducted a series of high-altitude nuclear ballistic missiles as far as 248 miles into the sky. Why were they doing this? Well, if we look in the book of Isaiah, it is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. So God stretched out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them as a tent to dwell in. And if we look in Genesis, God called the firmament heaven. So would you say this looks like a circle with a tent to dwell in? Or would you say this does? Let me know in the comments. God's word is true and accurate. He loves you and he wants a relationship with you. We'll see you on the next one. Like and follow for more.
What y'all think about that? The world not being a circle.
You are being lied to because no one has ever been in space. There is a theory that suggests we have never explored space due to a transparent barrier surrounding our world. Beyond this barrier, there is no open space or vacuum, but rather water. It may all sound crazy, but in 1962, the US government detonated a few nuclear bombs in the sky, allegedly to test the atmosphere's reaction to their explosion. So they want us to believe. However, some claim that they were actually attempting to see if they could break through this invisible barrier. Ironically, this program was called Operation Fishbowl. This theory is fueled by the observation that many have noticed stars appear to twinkle or shimmer through a liquid-like substance when viewed with the naked eye or through a camera. Rocket enthusiasts have also noted that the rockets we have launched seem to encounter an invisible ceiling, creating an effect similar to what one would observe in water.
Man, this space thing. What the fuck is on Mars? What kind of shit he got? He got a satellite? How was he able to do this? What the hell he got? That water. That's not water. What? The hell is that? What the hell was that?
All conspiracies contain a nugget of truth. Watch this.
About your conspiracy, brother.
There aren't that many conspiracy theories anymore because we found out that all conspiracy theories, there's a nugget of truth in there. It came from somewhere. That's where it became a theory. And then it progressed to the point where it became a conspiracy theory because there was something there. See, in our industry, who pays you is who tells you what narrative you're allowed to use. And I'm not paid, so I own my narrative.
That's real.
Wow. So
that's real.
If in media, somebody's getting paid.
I've got one that can see.
Shout out to Cat Williams.
So this is what we do at the Grammys, right? This is what we do? Yeah. We dress up like the devil and oh my gosh. Then he had to throw up the quick 666 for Lucy because, like, come on. They're literally throwing it in our faces. Like, they're throwing it. They're playing with us. They're just, it's art. It's provocative. No, this is Satanism. Then we had Jay-Z and DJ Khaled, Lil Wayne, all of them. Their God did performance, blasphemy. And y'all know I'm not even religious. So if I'm saying something, this is a problem. Everybody's verse started off with what God did. Here he comes talking about Hov did, because, you know, Jehovah, he thinks he's Jehovah God. Like, you narcissist. And then he compared himself to Jesus, saying that Jesus turned water into wine and he turned crack on the stove into wine, into champagne. Like, what? Cardi pulled up with the one eye symbolism per usual, repping. Oh, and when Sam Smith posted about his Grammy performance, CBS commented and said, "You can say that again. We are ready to worship." What? Worship who? And then when people were like outraged after seeing it, they deleted their comment, like if they didn't know what the performance was going to be. You guys know that these things are planned ahead of time, right? They like do rehearsals, they clear the script.
Right.
They knew. Just like they knew that year when Nicki did the Roman holiday performance. They knew. So to say that she is uninvited from the Grammys and she can't win a Grammy because of that performance is crazy, because it had a whole movie before the, oh, please. They knew. They always know. They're all in cahoots. Just like they're going to keep making sure Beyonce don't win that album of the year. We can't forget Quavo with the one eye symbolism after that major sacrifice and that nice tribute.
Whoa. She said the major sacrifice. She talking about, oh, man. She not playing. Oh.
But stay safe. Don't let them harvest your energy.
Dang. She's saying that was a sacrifice.
Some of Hollywood's greatest conspiracy theories are these cap or fact. We may never know. Rumor has it Stevie Wonder may not be blind. If he was, how could he perfectly operate this camera? Sources say O.J. Simpson could be Khloe Kardashian's father. The chemistry here is off the charts. And if Tupac died, why was his photo taken one day after his alleged murder? Is Nicolas Cage really just a Civil War era vampire? Most likely. Is Jay-Z just a time traveler from the Harlem Renaissance?
Wow.
Most likely, yes. And did Gucci Mane really go from running the trap to running track? Or was he cloned in a Georgia jail cell? Who knows?
Damn.
Would you believe me if I said these two jars hold the same amount of water?
No, I'm not. It did. It didn't hold.
His forehead. This is bullshit. That's a mask. That's a skin mask. It ain't normal. Look at it.
They definitely been doing those masks though.
You can't believe anything you see these days. These glasses aren't even real. Neither is my face. All this stuff was 3D tracked on using these dots that I drew on with this marker. Actually, the marker isn't real either. Neither is the background. Or my face. Have a good night.
These guys are central casting. There's nobody in Hollywood that looks like these people.
That mask shit is for real though.
Oh yeah. This some real woke shit.
Fill me in on that one, y'all, because I don't know what the hell that was.
What's one conspiracy theory you believe in?
Illuminati.
It's real.
Yep.
All around us.
All around us. The Matrix is real.
If I gave you the red or blue pill, what would you take?
Which one's which?
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, red pill, red pill.
What pill would y'all take? Y'all know? Y'all tell me what pill y'all would take. Would y'all take the red pill or the blue pill? What pill would y'all? The red pill or the blue pill? Let me go back here first to make sure he play. He gotta play. Okay. I didn't play. I gotta go back again. I gotta go back again. Okay. It was gone. Okay. Share the screen. Share the screen. Okay. Share the screen. Share the screen. There we go.
Especially look on his face, bro.
He look about to collapse right quick.
Hi, Ozzy. How you doing, Ozzy? How you doing, Ozzy? You want to?
What the fuck wrong with her hands?
You just looking at TikTok videos. What if?
Whoa.
Let me know.
Bro, I'm getting.
Now, here she is, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Dolly Parton.
I figure if I'm going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm going to have to earn it.
Whatever we're seeing there, I don't.
Do y'all see what's happening? It's like we're fighting and going through it, and it's just this and that and this and that. What happens when the sky opens up? Now, who mad at who? What happens when the sky opens up?
Really say, do you thinking aliens are going to come here? A lot of people do think that.
Do I think they're gonna come?
You think aliens are coming? Or you think,
baby, I think they will.
Yeah.
Did you see some of these people walking around? You like, okay. Okay.
Because I've been faking like I didn't see that, but yeah, I really go there all the time. Yeah, I don't even think half of these people on TV or whatever we're seeing, I don't even think they're human. It might be some AI shit they cooked up to get us to look over here while they're stealing all our money. But I don't even know if they're real human.
Don't forget to push the
I don't know if they're alien or what, or if they're. I don't know.
Look at my neck. I got a fat neck.
You
see that, Roseanne?
I do. Look at mine. It's all wrinkled.
If y'all see another Monique and that neck ain't fat.
Are you saying that you think they take people out and clone them and put a robot in their place?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. What I know is our eyes, it's like.
And they two people that's been in the industry for years. They talking.
You almost saying, are my eyes deceiving me? Am I saying what I think I'm saying? So I don't know what they're doing. I'm just telling y'all, if you see me and my neck ain't fat. This is the first time I've shared this story public. I was doing a show one night in New York. And this guy had on sunglasses in the front row. And I said, listen, I'm not going to keep coming back over here seeing you with these sunglasses. There's no sun in here. And you being disrespectful. I need to be able to see you, right? So he laughing and I walk to the other side of the stage. I come back. I said, you think I'm playing? If you don't take them damn glasses off, Roseanne, he lifted up his glasses and everything was black.
Ooh. Oh, he didn't have any eyes?
Did you hear what I said?
What?
He lifted up glasses and everything was black.
I got chills.
The energy I got from him was, do you want to comment? I look back at him and the energy I gave him was, I'm going to mind my business and walk my ass back down to the other side of the stage because I want to keep my fat neck. I'm not questioning shit. Keep your glasses on. I bought him a drink too because I didn't want it to go no further. I didn't want him to be offended.
Hell no.
Oh, that's scary.
So, we don't know what.
I thought you meant he just had like a black holes there with no eyes.
No. There was just complete black. Like it wasn't, it was as if take my eyeball, just make my eyeball all black.
Yeah.
Do you?
Man, hell no.
Okay, we back. So graphene oxide. So there was a pilot talking about the effects that it will have on the airlines, but he was more concerned about the effects that it will have on the body. So he mentioned how graphene oxide has been found by scientists inside of and he was concerned on how that was going to interact with the radiation from the fucking towers. The amount of radiation that is going to be coming from those towers is between 33 and 66 hertz. The same as a microwave. So if we got nano razor blade particles mixed with a microwave, last time I checked, when you put metal in a microwave, bitch. But maybe I'm thinking too deep into it, I'm just conspiracy the rest of stuff. Yeah, another fun fact, in 2019, the FCC and cell phone companies actually collaborated and made it a criminal offense to vote against 5G towers. All I really noticed is that is pretty much lowering or completely wiping out the body's natural immune system, which is so sad. I do have a theory that I feel like will become like insulin because the body's immune system is completely wiped out and people will be fully dependent on that shit. Money, big pharma, never forget. Next topic. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this one made me giggle, okay? NCAA recognizes natural immunity in latest guidance, says recovered patients will be fully. It's funny because it's all about money. So y'all know Kyrie didn't want to get, he's like their top player, right? So a lot of the players caught the what's the name because they got, right? So then they needed Kyrie and they agreed to just have him on games outside of New York, because New York is really strict about the shit. So as soon as they put that in place for him to be able to play games abroad, he coincidentally tests positive for. Now they want to change the requirements, talking about, oh yeah, now we recognize natural immunity, because y'all knew he was not getting that motherfucking, and y'all knew it was gonna hurt them pockets, boy. You need them, okay? Y'all are crazy as fuck. Y'all are really. I see what you're doing. So basically, I just feel like I don't understand why we still in this predicament when we know Big Pharma is basically all about money and wanting to keep you sick. So why are we listening to anything
Damn,
they say?
and wanting to keep you
Fauci
sick.
was testing and experimenting AIDS on orphans. Bill and Melinda Gates was in India and Africa paralyzing little kids and sterilizing them. Don't even get me started on the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. Come on. 2 of the 13 bloodlines of Illuminati? Stop. They do not have your best interests. Please do your own research. Don't use Google. DuckDuckGo, okay? And just read, okay? Read. The mainstream media, all lies and propaganda. CNN, the Clinton News Network. All of the top networks are run by the elite families. They only give you certain information.
That's real. Do your own research.
It was way beyond the annoyance of, missing your suitcase or having to stand in a line, because what we are actually talking about is it could cost a lot of people their lives, because we're talking actually about a safe flight, which may no longer be the case. Because what happened was that a lot of pilots that did not want to get vaccinated had been laid off. And the ones that did get vaccinated because they had families to feed, a mortgage to pay, all of these things to take care of, may now no longer be fit to fly. And that is a problem, and to the globalist elite.
So after they got the vaccination, they wasn't fit to fly? How does that make sense?
It must be a shocker. Can you imagine? First, people are being forced to get a vaccination to only then find out that it might actually be the dumbest thing they ever did.
Level with the American people here. Ukraine is not a paragon of democracy. This is a country that has banned 11 opposition parties. It has consolidated all media into one state TV media arm. That's not democratic. It has threatened not to hold elections this year unless the U.S. forks over more money. That is not democratic. More facts for you that you won't hear from the mainstream in either party or the mainstream media. Regions of Ukraine that are occupied by Russia right now in the Donbass, Luhansk, Donetsk. These are Russian-speaking regions that have not even been part of Ukraine since 2014, that other people probably couldn't name those provinces for you.
Do you agree with what he is saying? Could this entire war be a scam? Could Ukraine not actually be democratic, or is this guy spewing up made-up stories? Mind you, this was filmed on November of this year, so it's pretty recent. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Those are the hard facts. And so to frame this as some kind of battle between good versus evil, don't buy it. And I'd like the likes of the sharpest of the war hawks on Ukraine, Nikki Haley, to have some accountability and answer. Do you want to use U.S. taxpayer money to fund the banning of Christians? That is actually what's happening. They're using the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. They have banned them. The Ukrainian parliament just did this last week, supported by our dollars. And I think you owe it to the American people, Nikki, to at least this one time
Ramaswamy, thank you. That's time.
At least to condemn their banning of Christians.
That's your time. That is your time, bro.
Most of y'all know how I feel about my neighborhood, right? And how it's a fucking simulation.
What?
Like, literally all the houses are the same, right? Why the fuck
Look at the cars.
are all these white cars like dead ass?
Hell nah. That shit look creepy as
George, that very few scholars even want to talk about because they don't know what to say about it. It's a brief text. It's only about 2,000 lines. All right. And it is written as if an observer were present the day that the Creator created humankind, step by step. However, it's written in a language that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Is it like Genesis or totally different?
It's very different from Genesis. I think Genesis probably partially derived from this text, the Sefer Yetzirah, which is the book of creation. It literally translates to the book of creation. So it was as if someone were watching the Creator actually create the first person.
Doing what he did.
Doing what he did. But it is not written scientifically. The bottom line to what the text is saying is that through language, humankind was created. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Explain that.
If you take it literally. But as I began to follow the instructions as the author created them in this text, and this, George, this is the power of transcending the boundaries between science and spirituality. Because if a scientist only looked at the elements of life, you'd never make this discovery. If you only look at the spiritual text, you would never make this discovery. But it's by blending the two together and allowing them to tell the story. So we today, in modern science, we talk about life as as the result of elements, and we describe elements through word and through number. So we have the periodic table, for example, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon makes up the DNA of our bodies. Those are the words. And for every one of those words, there are a lot of numbers that may be applied. There are 17 different numeric parameters that go with each of those. So put that aside. When you go back into the ancient text in the Sefer Yetzirah specifically, they did exactly the same thing. They talked about the power of the letters of very specific alphabets. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to modern scholars until we begin to understand that every ancient alphabet, bar none, that I have found so far, has always, from day one, with each letter, had a mysterious number associated with the letters. We don't know where the numbers came from. They never change. It's a unique numeric code. The study of that code is called gematria, and it was actually formalized. The laws, 32 laws of gematria, were formed in the 2nd century. They were formalized in the 2nd century. And the only way gematria works is you cannot deviate from these laws. There are specific laws that apply to the numbers. So our ancestors were also talking about life using words and numbers. So they had the letters of the alphabets and this mysterious number. We're using the periodic table. We got a whole bunch of numbers.
Right.
My job was to find out which of those numbers equates to the numbers in the ancient alphabets. And if I could do that, my thinking was it would be possible to look at human DNA, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, and different combinations of that, and substitute the ancient letters for the numbers based upon this correlation. This, in retrospect, it was simple, but not knowing that, it took years. It took me 12 years.
And did you break it?
To find what we now know is that the atomic mass of the elements, the numbers of the atomic mass, are the numbers that equate to the mysterious letters in the ancient alphabets. What that means is when you look at human DNA, or the DNA of any life, it is made of hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, and using gematria, the numbers that equate to those become 1, 5, 6, and 3. 3 is with the carbon. And when you then take a table, one of the ancient tables, and you're able to correlate those numbers with the letters, what we find, George, is that the human DNA our genome is built in layers. And at the top layers, it's like every book has an introduction. The introduction in every cell of every form of life, carbon-based DNA, the introduction is the same. And the first translation literally reads, God eternal within the body. God eternal within the body. And God that is depicted in DNA is actually spelled the way that the name of God was spelled in the ancient text before it was removed 6,800 times. In the Torah, for example, the sacred name of God is believed to be so sacred it cannot be written in its entirety.
Why put it in a code?
You know, this was, so first as a scientist, what I have to say is this. People say, why is the code there? And I say, I don't know. All I know is that when I followed the instructions in a 3,000-year-old text and I applied it to the periodic table, this is what we have. Next question, is it a coincidence? So
there are no coincidences.
I had a statistician run the numbers for me, and the odds of this happening by chance are 1 to 234,256. 234,256 to 1 are the odd, or 0.00041%.
Right.
Those are the odds that it's just
random.
Just random. Now, those aren't astronomical odds. I thought it might be like 1 to a bajillion. You know, but when you take into account,
still high.
Not only is the language there, but when you take into account what the words say, that those words actually have meaning, God eternal within the body.
And they all say that.
The first letter in all human DNA, if you can look at what's called the genetic code, CTAG, every one of those is made up of combinations of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen. And they are arranged, I don't want to be really technical when I talk about this, but they're arranged different numbers of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen atoms. So within each of the DNA bases that make our DNA as it is, there are different combinations of CTAG that break down the different combinations of God eternal within the body. And the God within our cells, within our DNA, is literally the same spelling of the God that was taken from those texts. Now, here's the beauty. I just have to say this. My first fear was I found it in the Hebrew language. And I said, does that mean, could it actually be divisive if it only is found in one language? And when the research went to its fruition, what we found is it is in Hebrew and Aramaic and Sanskrit, 3 of the root languages.
The same thing.
Exactly the same thing. So in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Sanskrit, the code for those letters translates precisely the same in the human DNA.
This dude, I don't know who that dude was, but he on his shit.
They don't even hide it anymore.
The season premiere of SNL with Ice Spice.
Ooh, look at us, 3 Gen Z icons.
Aren't you like 40?
No. A long time ago, I met this guy and made a deal where I get to stay 25 years old for forever.
What guy?
Tall
He
fella,
ain't
horns,
changed. He
red
look
fur,
the
I don't know,
same.
little hoods.
Keen, that's the devil.
What? I thought it was like a time where Elmo or something.
Did y'all hear what he had said?
Language, and I said, does that mean, could it actually be divisive if it only is found in one language? And when the research went to its fruition, what we found is it is in Hebrew and Aramaic and Sanskrit, 3 of the root languages.
The same thing.
Exactly the same thing. So in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Sanskrit, the code for those letters translates precisely the same in the human DNA.
This dude, I don't know who that dude was, but he on his shit.
They don't even hide it anymore.
The season premiere of SNL with Ice Spice.
Ooh, look at us, 3 Gen Z icons.
Aren't you like 40?
No. A long time ago, I met this guy and made a deal where I get to stay 25 years old for forever.
What guy?
Tall
He
fella,
ain't
horns,
changed. He
red
look
fur,
the
I don't know,
same.
little hoods.
Keen, that's the devil.
What? I thought it was like a Times Square Elmo or something.
He looked the same too. Crazy.
This
Justice Joy Virginia Cunningham is Cook County's first Black woman on our state's highest court. She's protecting women's rights and ensuring equal opportunity and fairness under the law. On March 19th, vote Joy for Experience, Joy for Equality, Joy for Justice.
This freak
me awake at night.
That's real. You don't.
I
know
lose
what
sleep
we
over
We don't know what we don't know. That's a fact.
This is the ultimate conspiracy theory, according to Joe Rogan.
If you're a conspiracy theorist,
Yeah.
this is the real conspiracy. The conspiracy is have as many social problems as possible
To
that
distract.
people get distracted by, that people concentrate on,
Mm.
whether it's a pandemic, whether it's masks, vaccines, pride, trans movement, sponsor drag shows for kids if you want people to get mad and want people to get distracted.
Right.
Sponsor
Let them
that.
focus on that.
Get
Yeah.
people to think that it's a good idea to do that and watch the outrage. Get people to think that the oceans are going to be boiling in 5 years.
Right.
Get people to think that if we don't change it, like that was one of the things that Greta Thunberg said 5 years ago, that we'll all be dead.
In 5 years?
Well, it's 5 years later, and we're not all dead. So you definitely are wrong, and you're 16. So why are they flying you out to Ukraine? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So there's so many of these fucking social distractions that are in our face all
I
day
agree
long
with
about everything.
I agree.
And
with
I feel
that.
like sometimes that's what I feel like about Supreme Court rulings. We're going to take away Roe v. Wade, and everybody's like, "What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
What?" And that's another one.
Yeah.
And then that one becomes a thing that people identify as the most important.
I definitely believe that they cause all these distractions and all this stuff that happened to have you completely throw it off from what they're doing over here.
Yeah.
But have you over here focused on this, but they really
need
over
to be
here getting
focusing
stuff
over
done.
here,
I
right.
definitely think that's a tactic.
Important problem that they have to solve. And while all this is going on, money's getting moved around, decisions are getting made.
Yeah.
And it's a brilliant cover for
It is.
wild shit.
Yeah, because all you have to do ever really is follow the money on anything.
Yeah.
And you see what's actually happening, and everything else is a distraction to that.
So if you're feeling played right now, you should be, because division is the ultimate tactic. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give me a follow if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
All right, that was TikTok conspiracy theories, boy.
And y'all let me
Every
know.
time.
Y'all let me
First of all, if you made it this far, you made it to the end. You a real one.
Y'all let me know if y'all like that and whatever is in there. Y'all let me know. Now I have some more TikToks for you all to watch. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen, and I have some more TikToks for you all to watch. Y'all let me know in the comments. These was for readings. I want to do readings, but nobody is answering on readings, so we're just going to do is share some TikToks, okay? So let's see. If y'all want some readings, I'll do some readings, but right now we just share. I'm sharing TikToks, right? Okay. Oh, I gotta go back. Let me go back, y'all. See, I need a video for this one. I don't need to, cause she has different. This one, I don't think this one has. How does this one do? Oh boy, this one is different. Okay, I don't think this is gonna let me share it. Okay, let me see. Let it share it.
An angel. How does the person who gets kicked out make sense in the story? And I was like, what if one of Eve's offspring started to get a little hotty toddy? So she kicked him out the house. He kicked him out the Garden of Eden. And to be able to tell which one he was, she gave him an Adam's apple. So Adam didn't bite the apple. Adam was given an Adam's apple so that he would be distinguishable. Because don't they talk about the sins? All of man's sins got passed down and kept going because the first sin from the biting of the apple. But if Eve bit the apple, why she don't got the Adam's apple? Okay, so if Eve actually cursed him with a lump in his throat, for let's say speaking blasphemy, so you won't talk that shit and put that shit in your throat. So he leaves. He goes to the cave, right? Which is why they say the morning star fell, or somebody fell from heaven. Somebody fell from grace. We're gonna pretend Adam didn't go alone. Okay, every serial killer's got a groupie. The jailhouse tells us now human nature is to love us, love them all, even the bad ones. So Adam takes his wife, which may be Lilith, the mama of the evils. So they go to a cave, and that is the first time people use sex to create, because they can't do parthenogenesis. Only Eve can. I know that sounds so wild, and I'm sitting here looking at myself like, bro, you're really saying this out loud. But this story versus they took a rib out of Adam and just grew the thing, this shit just grew us. That story does not match up with nature and parthenogenesis. But what I said to you does. And let's pretend that Adam chose one that was his sister, because remember, they could be either meiotic, which makes you not identical to the mom, or you are meiosis, which is identical to the mom. So let's say he unfortunately got a sister that was his real sister, and that's how albinism started. Okay, and Adam's apples started because the genetic mutation happened in the cave. Now, those cave people, the cave churn, is the ones that broke out. And when they broke out, they started the Christian Crusades, which is how they were capable of going and mating with the actual original Eve gene, which is how we can still trace it and how we're all genetically still connected. Adam, the firstborn son, is the Caucasus Mountain, the inbreds, the fallen angel, the children, the necromens, the earthbound children. So then you're going to say, well, what happened to Eve and all her kids? They told you the bronze feet. Jesus was not one person or man. They sacrificed all the ones left, and the only people left to rule the world was Adam. And the Bible tells you what's up, Adam and all his sons, and with the destruction they did. Because the book don't talk about Eve after Genesis. It talks about Adam's kid. And if Adam was born through parthenogenesis, then them ain't Eve's kids. Them her grandchildren. And look, when I say still there, I'm starting to think that all of the earth, the whole earth, was the equivalent of Antarctica. But see, pillaging and digging in the ground and messing up the trees and flooding things changed it. It changed the entire freaking world, okay? And everything left in Antarctica is the Garden of Eden. That's why they can't find it. Can't find it because they don't want us in there because they got a treaty. Let's pretend that Pangea was real. So the whole Garden of Eden was all of that. So before Pangea, they were just living there. So Eve's children, her daughters, were spread out through that land, which is how you have genetic markers of Black people as aboriginals in all the places. And let's say they broke out the mountain, the world flooded, the geographical climates and everything changed, right? But I told you Adam and Lilith was in there making kids. So when their kids came out, they started the Christian Crusades. The Christian Crusades took all the relics from all the Black lands, all the Christians, all the things that could charge ether. It was an ether war. They were mad because the melanin. The Bible does say people were cursed with leprosy, right? The skin was falling off, and the outcasts were outcasts because of the color difference. What if that was the curse? That was Eve's additional curse. Because we curses and stuff are real. Because y'all chant stuff in church when you sing the hymnals. Don't say that's not real. Yeah, I gotta go. That was just inside my head. I'm gonna put that all together. We gonna figure this out. But I had to get that out. Like, what if they are telling a story, but they not telling the whole story? And part of keeping Black women down and unaliving them this whole time has been trying to keep Lupita from popping out. But now that Lupita popped out, look at how the world changed since we found out Queen Witchabeth unalive. Lupita is real. Like the spiritual warfare has begun. I'm not going to say this out loud. I'm going to say it quietly. Have you guys not noticed everything has shifted? Everything, even time and how you perceive it, down to the plants growing in Antarctica. I feel like the earth is literally coming back to life and it's being reborn. And in that, people are going to get their spiritual openings, that penile drip, that Christo drip they be talking about. And I feel like they are looking for something or someone right now with all this pillaging of people. I think they're trying to either find something or they're trying to destroy proof of something. Also, keep in mind, places like Israel, Germany, France, they don't allow genetic DNA testing. Why? Why don't you want us to test that place? Ooh, 5 minutes later and all that weird madness, if you're still here, I love you so much. So again, I'm be honest with you, this next one is wild, but look, this is an inside thought, okay? We inside my head right now. If Eve did everything I just said, how does Lucifer or the fallen angel, how does the person who gets kicked out make sense in the story? And I was like, what if one of Eve's offspring started to get a little hotty-toddy? So she kicked him out the house. He kicked him out the Garden of Eden. And to be able to tell which one he was, she gave him an Adam's apple. So Adam didn't bite the apple. Adam was given an Adam's apple so that he would be distinguishable. Because don't we talk about the sins? All of man's sins got passed down and kept going because the first sin from the biting of the apple. But if Eve bit the apple, why she don't got the Adam's apple? Okay, so if Eve actually cursed him with the lump in his throat, for let's say speaking blasphemy, so you won't talk that shit and put that shit in your throat. So he leaves, he goes to the cave, right? Which is why they say the morning star fell, or somebody fell from heaven, somebody fell from grace. We're gonna pretend Adam didn't go alone. Okay, every serial killer's got a groupie. The jailhouse tells us now human nature is to love us, love them all, even the bad ones. So Adam takes his wife, which may be Lilith, the mama of the evils. So they go to a cave, and that is the first time people use sex to create, because they can't do parthenogenesis. Only Eve can. I know that sounds so wild, and I'm sitting here looking at myself like, bro, you're really saying this out loud. But this story versus they took a rib out of Adam and just grew just grew us. That story does not match up with nature and parthenogenesis. But what I said to you, done. And let's pretend that Adam chose one that was his sister, because remember, they could be either meiotic, which makes you not identical to the mom, or you are meiosis, which is identical to the mom. So let's say he unfortunately got a sister that was his real sister, and that's how albinism started. Okay, and Adam's apple started because the genetic mutation happened in the cave. Now, those cave people, the cave churn, is the ones that broke.
Yeah, let's get some more, you all.
So TikTok, you crusty old motherfuckers need to tell me that you guys were capable of writing a bill up, passing it, and doing all this with a matter of months just to ban people from TikTok. When deep down, low inside, it's because they won't let you buy into TikTok, where you can control the information and exploit us. But because China wants to do it, now it's a problem. As if Facebook and Instagram don't do that. Hi, this is your extended card warranty. Why don't you guys pass a bill about those people? Or better yet, you guys couldn't get together and pass bills to give the kids school lunch. For me, it's how long it takes for us to get normal bills, like for you guys to fish the water in Flint. Nope, that's not important. Oh, you said ban China's app? Stop everything we're doing in America. Drop it right now. Gotta do that. That's vital to American safety, you know. No bills about the pedos. No bills to save the homeless, to give the veterans housing. Nothing for free healthcare. Absolutely not a whisper about free health. Don't even fucking say reparations. But yes, you red and blue son of bitches could finally agree on something. All of you should be fired. Every last one of you who voted on that today should be fired. And your bank account searched. And some of y'all, your basements. So TikTok, you crusty old motherfuckers need to tell me that you guys were capable of writing a bill up, passing it, and doing all this with a matter of months just to ban people from TikTok. When deep down, low inside, it's because they won't let you buy into TikTok, where you can control the information and
Okay, I want y'all to see that as far as with TikTok is concerned. Mm-hmm. I'm okay, y'all see it. Mm. I don't understand. My stuff is not coming out. Hold on, you go.
The job, get the masses to fall victim to the system and not awaken to who they are before it's too late, because they know once the carbon beings of this planet, the indigenous, the motherfuckers who really own and protect this realm, the true rulers, it's over. They know when we hit 100%, cause it's not all peace.
She's the microcosm of the macrocosm. We create worlds. Why you think that they are suppressing the divine feminines? We hold the key.
pure and unimaginably powerful cosmic force.
Dark
We
energy.
saw it enter you in space. We were there, Jane, following that force. Why? Because it's the spark that gave life to the universe, and the flame that consumed my world.
Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube, man. I'm about to drop a banger on y'all, man. Look, make sure y'all watch this video all the way through. Don't miss a thing.
Had another download April. I don't like to talk dates because they come and go all the time. But April has been absolutely everywhere in my reality, guys. We've got this shit, so make sure you got all your ducks in a row. If you got money in the bank, man, get it the fuck out. Let's get into gold, silver, all your commodities, your physical, tangible assets, guys. All your ISO tokens. Look up ISO 20022 compliant coins, guys. That's where you want to be. Your money is not safe in the bank, guys. We've got this shit. I'll keep you in the loop anyway. Much love, guys.
Think about it though, like your money. Look at the big dogs. Where the big money is at. Where is it moving to? We have to pay attention to that. Don't be stuck into thinking that things is always going to be okay. We see the biggest of them, the biggest banks going out, right? So I would say diversify. This is not financial advice, but diversify where you have your money sitting at.
Remotely did what they called an improvised maneuver. Then the comms went down. They didn't know if it worked or not. The comms came back up. The battery was recharging, but it's not great news. In the last half an hour, we've heard there is a critical loss of propellant, and now they're looking for alternative mission profiles. It doesn't look there's going to be a landing anytime soon.
What else? What else? You feel me? Like, look, that's because they know we can't go to the moon. But look, why? You see, they said they were sending president's DNA, right? You know, we already talked about this before. The presidents are from a certain bloodline. They're from a certain bloodline. Why are they sending that out, quote unquote, to like outer space or to the moon or something? Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. But we building here. Pay attention.
Did the government fake the Apollo moon landings to assert dominance in the space race?
No, to make money, actually, mostly to make money. But yes, it actually absolutely was false. The amount of money that NASA has been able to bleed out of the government, actually out of your pockets, because of taxation and things like that, has been extraordinary. And of course, it's just funded the cabal. So NASA is a cabal entity, and pretty much almost everything that they have represented to people has been false, to encourage, of course, to justify, of course, their extraordinary hoarding of money. People would say spending of money, but it's actually been a hoarding of money. And so they have to keep up the facade, and they have to artificiate all kinds of things that look like they're doing spectacular things. So people will just be like, oh yes, we are so happy that you are taking more money from us because we are really doing some fantastic things.
Breaking news coming out as the U.S. has just attacked. This coming out today, and we had heard warnings that this was the final warning from the United States and 13 other nations, and it looks good. Looks like they made good on that warning as we've received word, articles coming out left and right that today, Thursday, January 11th, 2024, they have just attacked. Now, here's a headline coming out that says U.S. Britain carry out strikes against Houthis in Yemen, officials say. In addition to that, U.S. and U.K. carry out strikes against Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen. They're saying this is a massive attack, unlike what we have seen so far in response to the United States. And they're saying that those that wanted to see a more aggressive approach, well, they're getting it. This is pretty intense, and they're wondering what is going to be the response back. Have things just intensified with the U.S. in the Middle East? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are we going to be seeing them respond back very aggressively? Is the United States about to enter into war with Iran? If you think so, let me know your thoughts. Put a 1 in the comments. If you think no, we can stave off war with the United States entering into a conflict, put a 2. But this could be this next step for the United States entering into war.
Activity is contrary to international law. It's another example of Iranian malign activity.
threatening security and stability in the region, and we call on Iran to release the tanker and the crew immediately.
I would love to leave behind right-wing fundamentalists and Christian nationalists who use Jesus, whose birth we celebrate, as a prop while legislating and fighting against his actual teachings. There's a lot of...
I'm telling you, look, before he go into this, look, that's what I be talking about in my videos. It's not that, oh, you don't believe in the Bible, all this other stuff. No, it's the misuse of all of this information. These people are such big hypocrites. And I'm not talking about some of the people that abide by it like they should if they agree with it, right? It's certain people, like I say a majority of them use this information and they take things out of it that they want to hear, and they mix and match based on how they feel. So they're going against everything that it says in the book, right? But then like, I don't get it. Like, I ain't got no more words for it. It's just fucking stupid, right? It's just dumb. I can't even talk about it no more. It's just dumb. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments down below. Yeah, and some of y'all, look, if you're religious and you're in the church and stuff, I know most of y'all gonna agree with this because you're in church with these same people, right? Let me know in the comments down below. You don't have to disclose who you are. I don't want you getting kicked out of your congregation or nothing. But
right-wing brothers and sisters in this country who identify as Christian, and they care about the manger and the crucifix, and they ignore the 30 years of teaching. 33. Well, actually 3 years of teaching he did in between. Jesus is not an ally of the Republican Party. There is no overlap between Jesus and the policies of Donald Trump. In South Carolina, they tried to have a bill this year calling for the death penalty for abortion. We're so pro-life, we'll kill you. That's where we're at right now.
That's Stephen Wright. I would kill for a Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah.
Seeing the
That's crazy.
Enrage these right-wing Christians so much because he acted like Jesus in blessing gay unions. Yep. Jesus is not anti-immigrant. He commands people to welcome a stranger. He never mentions abortion. The Bible never condemns abortion. We've had 2 generations of Christians in this country who have been groomed to believe criminalizing abortion is something to do with what Jesus talked about. Christ was a peaceful, radical, nonviolent revolutionary, never mentioned gay people. He commanded you to pay your taxes, to welcome a stranger. Individuals and nations must care for the poor and sick in Matthew 25. He who lives by the sword must die by the sword, Luke 22. There's a reason why these right-wingers never try to put the Sermon on the Mount on walls in classrooms.
It's because somebody read the Bible.
Wow, before Jesus' birthday, you're delivering.
Listen, I'm the child of an ex-nun and an ex-Franciscan. Oh, wow. And if you want to criminalize abortion and put people in jail because you're so Christian, when Jesus never mentioned abortion, but you support the death penalty, which Christ actually opposed, the rest of us...
A lot of men wrote the books,
But if you support those things, then the rest of us aren't obliged to take your claims of Christian piety seriously anymore. And the media is to blame because the media loves the bad guy and has made the Falwells and the Robertsons pass for what Christianity is for a generation. It's time to take the Bible back from the hypocrites and thugs.
Right, from the hypocrites and the thugs. That's exactly what they are. But at the same time, you got to think about it, though. You know, I don't support either one. Because either side, because it's like the yin and yang for them, you know, like they're in it together. They just do different things, but the same thing at the same time, if you get what I'm saying. Let's go. We building. I'm gonna translate. They said we don't give a fuck. Pull up, then. That's what they said. Pull up. We with all the shit. Meanwhile, people in the United States like, oh, you know, we're gonna leave the country. Shut up.
I just ignore all the signs. I should take care of myself. I probably shouldn't.
Positive, y'all need to read
the
it.
latest predictions from the Simpsons for 2024 are genuinely eerie. This one is absolutely disturbing. In season 24, episode 9, Homer Simpson is preparing a bunker fully stocked with provisions for his family, anticipating something dreadful on the horizon. Shortly after, a solar superstorm strikes Springfield, a silent, invisible tempest sweeping through the town, causing severe consequences. This catastrophic event leads to a complete shutdown No internet, no electricity, everything comes to a standstill. A solar superstorm could wipe out the internet for weeks or even months or even forever. The portrayal of a solar superstorm in the episode aligns with the potential real-world impact such an event could have. Interestingly, NASA has recently made a shocking discovery, a massive hole in the sun called the Coronal Hole. This hole, large enough to engulf 60 Earth-sized planets, is currently releasing solar storms at a staggering speed of 1.8 million miles per hour and could be headed to Earth fast. The last time the Earth experienced such a storm was in 1859. It was known as the Carrington Event. The 2024 solar storm is predicted to be 60 times more powerful than the 1859 solar storm, possibly the strongest ever recorded in history. Such solar storms can have catastrophic effects on Earth, affecting satellite power grids, GPS, and potentially wiping out hard drives and the entire internet permanently. Might take decades for us to recover. It's only a matter of time.
Oh, it's gonna be 16 times faster and harder than it was in 1871. That's the Carrington effect, you all. What's the Carrington? I don't know why y'all can't see my face.
If a cell dies in the battery won't start the car. If cells die in your body and your body won't regenerate those cells, you die. If your cell phone died, what you got to do, you have to plug it into the source for it can be recharged again, for it can do its daily functioning. The sun is so amazing because if it wasn't for the sun, we wouldn't be here. The sun have literally manifested all things into physical form. The sun is the first thing that created all matter, and it does it through something called terahertz. And these terahertz is basically wavelengths. And when the wavelengths are very, very far apart, that's where you get the infrared from. Then once it gets tighter and tighter and it speeds up and the terahertz get higher, that's where you start looking at the rainbow and it goes through these different color spectrums, right? So your body is made of melanin, or what they call melanin, right? And melanin is a superconductor type of material. Not only that, it's a polymer, meaning it buffers out acids, it causes the body to...
And for people that, got questions about different races and stuff, everybody has melanin, but we have different types of melanin, and they do similar but different things at different levels. That's it, y'all.
Detoxify, and it also holds on to magnetic energy and electrical energy at that. So you have melanin in your body, then you have something called chromophores. And what chromophores is, if you look inside of a cell, because the body is made of 150 trillion cells, inside of the cells you have something called a 6-carbon base ring, or what they call benzene rings. These are chromophores. Then you have amino acids. So the body is made of minerals, the body is made of melanin, the body is made of carbon, the body is made of amino acids, all in water. A bunch of water, and every function in your body require water. So all of these different things, when you look them up, it's something called chromophores. And if you look at what a chromophore is, it's literally an element that holds sunlight. So you have to ask yourself, if the body is made of 150 trillion cells, and out of 150 trillion cells, all 150 trillion cells have chromophores, carbons in them to hold sunlight, then what is the purpose of your body then? It's to hold the sunlight and the information. So then when you start looking at what it's for, every biological process in your body requires sunlight. Every last one of them. Your blood will not flow without these chromophores getting sunlight. So sunlight hits the blood. When sunlight hits the blood, the electrical magnetic frequency folds proteins. When the protein is folded, it gets a signal and it tells the protein what to do. Whether it's going to go through something called protein synthesis, whether it's going to go through protein mitosis and break down, and then go through apoptosis and then leave out through your urine or through your poop by defecation. Your awakening and sleep patterns, the way you wake up and go to sleep. When you wake up, the reason why you wake up is because the sunlight, this infrared light, hit the retinas of your eyes, and it actually go through something called melanopsis. The melanopsis or the melanopsis wake you up because you just had that blue radioactive sunlight in. Now, as soon as you get up, guess what the sunlight do? You start producing and releasing serotonin. Serotonin is what makes you serious. It brings on your focus. It makes your stomach growl. It makes you hungry. You even your sex is built off of serotonin. How much serotonin and testosterone you have. That's what makes you want to reproduce and repopulate. This is serotonin. Serotonin is made during the night and released during the morning or during the rising. Melatonin is actually made during the day and secreted in your bloodstream during the night. But all of this is based off of the sun. So you can't get any type of hunger pains without the sun. You can't break down your food and digest your food without the sun. You can't make your blood flow or fold proteins without the sun. Not only that, the sun actually does. So you have something called the mitochondrial organelle in your cells. So me and you sitting up here talking and breathing right now because we're going through a process called cellular respiration. Have you ever heard of that?
No, sir.
So when you look at cellular respiration, it's just a 5-step series where glucose is actually turned into carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is actually turned into water, and water in your cells is used as fuel to give you vitality, power, and just the will to live.
Yo, this man Yaki be speaking, bruh, and it reminds me when I used to watch a lot of battle rap and shit like that. You feel me? Like,
You have enough computing power, you can understand people better than they understand themselves, and then you can manipulate them in ways which were previously impossible.
Transhumanism is a growing movement that aims to use technology to modify our bodies, sometimes in radical ways to make them stronger, faster, and better.
got tracking? All right, we building. Watch this.
This is the snow that I melted today. And then I put a big magnet on the outside of this glass. And I'm just rolling the magnet around the glass. That's what I'm doing. See?
Did y'all know they were taking these videos off the internet?
Magnet.
Wonder why.
Glass. That's pretty creepy. Anyone guess why we have that in our water? Let's see what we could do over here. Oh, nice. That's great. Very weird. All right. That's all of that. Be safe.
Who gave them permission? Like, how dare you?
It profits now the knell of the death bell. For it means that if our planet can take in new energy, and if the electromagnetic field or frequency barrier can be altered so that higher frequencies can come in, and that pineal gland kicks in, then you will be once again in tune with your planet. And mankind, having no soul, having only the ability to report to the Lord God Master, will go crazy and begin to dysfunction and do crazy things. Human, who is part of both, will begin to question and try to follow its higher source, and the whole thing will lead to tremendous wars or tremendous conflagrations. The war will last no time if the sons of God can awaken to who they are. Because once they get in tune with the planetary head, the planet will do whatever they as a unit ask for. That is what some of the Yoruba people understood, what the magicians understand, and in a small way try once more to get in frequency with the slower heavens just above where they live or on their continent, or the elemental kingdom can obey. It was meant that the sons of God, being of the seed of angels, didn't have to even do that. They could summon, they could call forth, they could put aside. But before any of that could be done, they had to first come into the consciousness and frequency of who they were. Again, I kind of repeat what I said when I was here before. This summer, you will hear, and starting this summer, probably for the next 3 years, about the sunspot activity being on the increase. You'll begin to hear more again about solar activity, prominences, all types of energy from the sun that will be very harmful. You'll hear about ultraviolet light burning tissue and melanomas and carcinomas affecting the blood and the skin of people on Earth.
Once again, this is in, if you can't read, people, this is in 1988. 1988. By the demographics of my channel, most of us was born during this time. So this is a very long time ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry. But look, check me out though. We're currently hearing about that now in these times. You know, even my school teachers was teaching us about this. He was saying that he ain't gonna have to deal with it because he's gonna be gone and past during this time. He was in his 50s at the time. So, but it's just crazy that these things are happening currently right now. What a time to be alive, people. What a time to be alive, man. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all comprehending this right now. You know, the times that they were speaking about a long time ago are happening today. We're living in those current times. All the look at the Bibles and stuff like that. All the things they spoke about is happening currently. All the other channels that try to copy what I do or whatever, it's cool, but they can't get in depth like this because they're doing these videos. And I have to be transparent. It's some people that's doing it for the right reasons, but most of them are doing it just because they see my video content getting hella views. And now you see them trying to do it. Now some of them are trying to make their videos make a little bit more sense, but it's still not adding up. But you can get this shit right here. You feel me?
For the sons of God who have an active pineal, that will be a day of blessing, for it will not affect you. You will not be burned. You will simply darken, and the melanin growing, it's almost like a vicious cycle to make you more and more powerful. As they get cancers of the skin and glands, you will get glands beginning to awaken and throwing out the frequencies that are not good and reconnecting the DNA molecules that were separated. For at one time,
certain bloodlines going to get affected differently, and we know who they are. And I'm not talking about white people.
So we're talking
certain people that aren't able to hold certain frequencies, and it simply is what it is. The average white person that's quote unquote white here. Y'all not even white, first of all, but you're not from certain bloodlines. And not me personally, I don't think that is going to be certain people are going to be affected like that. It's not everybody, but it's going to be a lot of motherfuckers, y'all.
About skin melanin.
And it's currently already happening. The people that inhabit these hot areas are catching cancers at super, super high rates. It's just off the scales. It's crazy. Like, why would you want to live there? It's not the environment you need to be in.
And then we have more of that protection from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. What I'm saying is, you eat the sun. Sun shines on your skin. Some cholesterol picks it up, takes it to the liver, and converts it to vitamin D2. You actually eat the sun. The more sun you absorb, the more stronger your bones are. The less sun you absorb, the more weak your bones are. You got to take vitamin D if you live in this climate. You're not getting enough sun. You need vitamin D. You're not getting enough sun. You got to have at least 2 hours of sunlight to stimulate the melanin. Allows protection from extreme hot and cold temperatures. That's what melanin does. Eskimos are not white people. Eskimos are colored people. Causes you to have the least amount of hair on your body than any other race.
Y'all see that, family? And
They're
I'm in
trying to block.
California, mind you. It look like something out of a movie. This is what they trying to block, family. You understand that? Make sure you go.
And the government knows this. The government knows that when these motherfuckers hit 100%, there is no peace. It's war, chaos, and destruction. They understand and know this. So what they're trying to do is get the masses to take the job, get the masses to fall victim to the system and not awaken to who they are before it's too late, because they know once the carbon beings of this planet, the indigenous, the motherfuckers who really own and protect this realm, the true rulers, it's over. They know when we hit 100%, it's not all peace. Because let me tell you something, when you hit 100% and you activate 100% of your DNA, do you realize all your memory gonna come back? You gonna remember all the shit that these motherfuckers have done to you for eons. Think about that. Remember, you already know what these people have done to you. But guess what? When you came here through the womb portal, your memory was wiped. But guess what? Your memory is going to come back. All your DNA, all your talents, gifts, skills, superpower abilities, whatever you want to call it, is going to come back online. Also, your memory. Look, you thought this human experience was something, however old you are.
I'm about to explain to you why the sun is so important to us and how we have an extreme connection with it. If I told you that you had the same exact elements in your body that the sun has in it, right? That big, bright ball of fire that they tell us, right? That's a lie, but we're going to get to it. It's so bright, and what makes up the sun is so big, you can't get rid of it. You have that same power, right? You got those same elements inside your body. Let me show you. All right, now look, these are the elements that is made up of the sun, right? I crossed out oxygen because that is a lie. They say we're supposed to be breathing in oxygen, but that is false. Oxygen is poison to us, okay? Oxygen is why we are this color. This is not our natural color. Why we're black or brown. Brown is not our natural skin color, right? So hydrogen, helium, carbon, neon, nitrogen, magnesium, iron, and silicon. That's all made up of the sun. As you can see, it's mainly made up of hydrogen and helium. But guess what? You have those same exact things in your body, bro. Every last thing. Don't believe me? Let me show you. Let's go to Google real quick. All right, we're on Google, right? Now, notice how Google tells you the truth, but they put a little lie in there as well. The four most abundant elements in our human body: hydrogen, oxygen. See how they throw a lie? Oxygen is the lie right there, y'all. We're not supposed to be breathing that oxygen, and we're not supposed to be having oxygen in our body. The sun is not composed of no damn oxygen. Oxygen is what's killing us, bro. It hurts us. It's poison to our
That's
body.
why we this color.
But listen, hydrogen, oxygen, we crossing that out. Hydrogen, carbon, and nitrogen accounts for more than 99% of the atoms inside of you. But those are the same exact elements in the sun, though, right? So when I'm constantly saying getting the sun gaze, meditating the sun, we have an extreme connection with the sun, bro. We do, bro. You need to understand, when we look at the sun, we're looking at the chromosphere. It's a big ass chromosphere, bro. But guess what? We have chromosomes inside us, right? Now, what is the definition of a chromosome? The definition of a chromosome is a DNA molecule that makes up the genetics of you, right? Chromosome just contains the DNA molecules that make up your genetics, bro. But guess what? The chromosphere, what is the chromosphere? What is the function of a chromosphere in the sun? It grabs the heat from the inner core, the inside, and brings it to the outside, right? That's why the chromosphere is so bright. And so, when you look at it, you can't really use squinting and shit, right? So notice how it starts from the inside, right? From the core. Just like your chromosomes. It's the genetics. It's what makes you you. So we have an extreme deep connection with the sun, bro. So y'all better get out here, get in this sun, bro. Start meditating with the sun and absorb the energy. You're going to start seeing your skin start to crystallize, start shining different, start glowing different, bro. These are our powers, bro. They never wanted us to know this, man. Peace and love.
Hey, we building. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to this next section right here. It's about to go up. It's about to come full circle for y'all. But look, let me know in the comments down below. I've noticed for myself too.
Mhm. They always happen.
Human collateral damage. If I turn it on, the system couldn't even activate in here. Unless I thought there has to be some kind of mistake. My machines don't
And
make
they gonna
mistakes.
say ain't no mistake.
What are you? I assure you. No, don't shoot it. I assure you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Her powers was out of this world. She was able to shape shift into whoever and use their powers. She represents the divine feminine. Not to stir up the battle of the sexes, but the X chromosome, females have two of them. Not just two, but we also possess the Y chromosome. Why? Is because the divine feminine was here first, and we is what gave birth to the Y chromosome.
And to piggyback off of that, you remember when we were talking about the solar eclipses and stuff like that? What is it forming over the United States? X. X marks the spot. Maybe the X gene being activated here from the ancient people.
Yeah. It says while the male have one, is 5 times larger than the Y chromosome and has 10 times the number of genes. That means it carries more traits and diseases. The divine feminine is the superwoman. She is the creator of all. She's the microcosm of the macrocosm. We create worlds. Why you think that they are suppressing the divine feminine? We hold the key. Listen to this conversation.
Into your throat. How did you find me? You taught me well. It's been a long time since we're this close. I missed you. You tried to kill me. So the rest of us could live.
Remember, she's the divine feminine.
What do you mean? We received a message from the future. Don't lie to me. I never have, and I never will. Humans use your blood, your genes, to create a weapon that wipes us all out. I was only doing what I thought necessary to secure our future. So what's to stop me from killing you right now and securing my future? Nothing. It doesn't matter anymore. They have your DNA. Your blood was on the
Remember, the woman holds the key to the entire universe. We primordial deities do not have DNA. We have DEA.
They're creating a weapon, and now they have what they need to take it further. We have to strike now.
Out of her DEA, they created weapons to go against the primordial deities, which what they are calling them in here mutants.
I don't want to war. I removed the man who murdered me. This is war.
Y'all all remember Gene, which Gene means genes, genetics, the genesis, the beginning. Jean represented the Black Madonna, which is the sacred divine feminine. She was so powerful. Couldn't no one get close to her. The only one that can get close to her was Wolverine. And the only reason why is because he had nanotechnology in him and he was able to heal fast because his skin was able to regenerate. The divine feminine is the phoenix energy. That patriarchal mindset and system is over with because the age of Aquarius is the return of the Black Madonna. The X-Man should have been the X-woman. This is a clip from the Dark Phoenix. The Dark Phoenix is the dark energy, and they say that it is an unknown form of energy that affects the universe on the largest scale. As you can see, it is something coming from the cosmos that is connecting with her.
Like we just explained about the whole sun. Y'all see how this video comes full circle? It's crazy. It's beautiful, man. Y'all smash that like button. You only getting this shit here. Nowhere else. Not really. It's crazy.
The divine feminine. You see how she is able to absorb this dark energy and it did not kill her. Even in the movie, they were saying, I wonder why it didn't kill you, because it had chose her, the divine feminine.
This shit make you watch the X-Men completely different, right?
Listen to what she finna get ready to say.
And it was not an accident. It was drawn to you. What was a pure and unimaginably powerful cosmic force.
Dark
We
energy.
saw it enter you in space. We were there, Jean, following that force. Why? Because it's the spark that gave life to the universe, and the flame that consumed my world. What remains of my people searched the stars for that power, to control it, but it destroyed everything it ever came into contact with. Until you. Why? Because you're stronger than you know. Because you're special, Gene. Turn dust into love. You could control what's inside you. Harness that power to create whole new worlds. Turn dust into water. Water into life. It's your destiny, Gene, to become something greater.
We are. DNA is still not even understood.
No.
Back in the 90s, Alan and Iona Miller discovered that there are wormholes inside of our DNA, and it's drawing upon information from outside space-time. And then you hear people like Eric Dollard, who's been studying the sun for quite some time, and says that the sun is actually doing the very same thing. It's drawing upon information from outside space-time. So there's some interesting correlation here where the sun can unlock codes within us. The earth can unlock codes within us, but it's mainly when history demands it. And that's what I feel like is coming. History is going to demand brand new gifts for humanity to come out.
Yeah, they trying to demand it.
Be careful, not too much pressure when we're saying it's a settlement. Elijah, we saw footage of you leaving your room last night. It seems you have been doing this. I moved up the procedures this morning.
Samuel Jackson.
Nothing essential is going to change about who you are. I promise, my friend. We are particularly evil, and we don't choose sides. We try to stop both of you. If there is one of you, the opposite of you appears, it escalates. We step in. There just can't be gods amongst us. It's not fair. It has worked just fine for 10,000 years our way. Take consolation in the fact that you were right about your theory. Be at peace.
Did y'all? Do you catch it? Do you catch it? They putting that in our face so much.
The theory of one person.
It's not fair for gods to walk amongst us. You get it? Like, do you look at all the movies, everything, the superheroes and stuff like that, man, are like gods. You feel me? Like they can do extreme, extraordinary things, but therefore you always in every one of these movies, guess what we see? Most of them anyway. Guess what we see? We see the government coming after the people with abilities. It proves it right here, but I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Cool. We're gonna keep going though. We're gonna keep going though. That shit is wild, ain't it though? What a coinky think that this. Yeah. I seen somebody in the comments was like, "Oh, there's no such thing as a coincidence," and a lot of people liked it. So I think most of us are on the same page. Not everything is just not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? It's just not.
The reason why the sun,
like even watch Superman. Superman, they got a contingency plan to kill him.
And all the planets look round because you can only fathom what your eyes can see. Everyone thinks everything is round, but really that's all that you can see. When looking through a telescope with high magnification, this is what stars look like. Even the NASA lies, they still show the same. All right, now let's look back at the eye. We'll just start it off in layers. If you look at it sideways, This is everything. Sclera. Latin origin meaning hard or to dry up or parch. Okay, and this is going to be the hard soil, the hard earth, the flat ground. Okay, look back at the eye. Right, you see, it's going to be the hard. Okay, then next we have the iris. Okay, you see how it's the color, right? Now if we look here, iris is okay. It's either iris eye plant or a rainbow. Rainbow what is a barrier over us of color, which is as you go back to the eye. And you can also remember to bend, turn, and twist whenever I get to the Fibonacci spiral. Right, we all remember the rainbow, right? Which is the dome over us. All right. Now let's look here at the cornea next. Okay, the cornea. Yep, you guessed it. It's the firm, transparent anterior part, okay, or the horny web or sheath, a sheath, you guys, okay? The head. Okay, and I said before, getting to the Fibonacci spiral now. This is it, but this is the point, right? This is what you twist and turn, okay? This is what you see. Okay, and I'm sure you all know conch shells, right? Same Fibonacci spiral with horns, okay? This is the very basic element, the very base root, and the very first synthesis of creation. I'm sure you know fallen angels and how they fell onto earth, and what do fallen angels usually have? The devil, which is what? A horned beast. Now, if you know Narmer's palette, which is Egyptian, one of the first tablets found, discovered, here is depicts creation, okay? Bull, synthesizing human all creation, DNA pattern, okay, with two beasts, horns on the end, horns of all creation. You see? A cornucopia, all right? Remember, we're on a cornea, consisting of plenty of a goat's horn overflowing with flowers, fruit, and corn. Okay, doesn't that sound like earth? Let's not go too far off. Now let's get back to the pupil, all right? Right here, the black hole, right? The U. Of course, people know it means disciple, okay? But now let's get past to that, okay? Because pupillary, all right? But also the center of the eye, but also little boy, little girl, okay? Now, what would that sense? It's saying boy and girl as in all creation, right? The eye of creation. Now, also, if you scroll down, it's also core is one of the etymology history that pupil comes from, all right? And in Greek mythology, this is also called Persephone, Hades' wife, the horned beast wife. And this also means to grow. Y'all remember Persephone, okay? The eye region was also called from the timing image one sees of oneself. Persephone, your person. Again, let's not deviate too much, right? Next, we have the lens. Okay, you see that? Now, you saw how it was underneath, correct? Well, of course, they tried to cover and conceal and save that. You see again underneath, put it sideways. This is us. All right, the dome. They want to hide underneath, right? What they try to tell you is this big molten ball of lava. You believe that? All right, now back to the Fibonacci spiral. You see, it's the code for the flower and seed of life. You see the tree of life. You see the tree of life. The tree of life. You are the tree of life. Okay, I hope you're still with me. As above, so below. Just zoom into what you can see. The tree of life. Now, you see, this is what they want you to believe, that there's something round here. But this is a true diagram for the magnetic field, all right? Again, as above, so below. That just means you can simply zoom in on an atom and it looks like you're zooming out on the universe. And keep this in mind. Remember what I just showed you, right? They want you to think that somehow a sphere can mimic what a flat object creates. Okay, you remember that? The torus field? It's simply the North and South Pole. Okay, you flip that upside down, and now you have our Earth, the North and South Pole. Now, I don't know for sure, what is 100% true, but I know what makes sense, and what they tell us don't make sense. And you remember what an eye looks like. Okay, just keep this in mind. Now, this is a real eye. And the eye is important because you can close your eyes and you will not be able to perceive. When you open your eyes, this is your reality, right? What seems real. You zoom back out, this is our magnetic field, right? The resonance, north and south. Magnets, north and south. This is just how it works on a flat plane. Your eyes are truly just a flat barrier with a firmament over. Now, do you remember that shape right here in the center? The exact same shape of the Fibonacci spiral. The exact same shape of the Fibonacci spiral. You see, the Earth functions on code of sequences, right? Mathematically, 1 plus 1 equals 2 because it has to. Okay, Fibonacci.
What do we all know? We run on a set of what? Endinkra codes. It's crazy.
Spirals found within our own body structures, DNA, as well as the universe. Okay, it's the basis of all life. As above, so below. Here's a galaxy. The reason why this matters is because if you still question, then you will have a shaky spine. And the spine should be straight and firm because there's only one righteous way to achieve enlightenment, which is truly just understanding you, the light inside of you, enlightenment. Here is the Fibonacci spiral in action. Here is it in action. Now, the reason this matters is because just like us and every single thing living, it has a beginning and end, and we need to evolve. So if you have questions, just ask.
Like I keep telling you, we
In
need to evolve.
2003, a document was declassified by the CIA that may reveal that you have godlike potential. Now, it's early in the morning, but bear with me. So I'm going to go ahead and read what they're proposing.
Fundamentally, the gateway experience is a training system designed to bring enhanced strength, focus, and coherence to the amplitude and frequency of brainwave output between the left and right hemisphere, so as to alter consciousness, moving it outside of the physical sphere, so to ultimately escape even the restrictions of time.
So what they're talking about is out-of-body experiences. And what the U.S. government was interested in was how out-of-body experiences could be used in war. So the U.S. military sent several officers over to the Monroe Institute to check its credibility. So what did these officers report back? You tasked me to provide an assessment of the gateway experience in the terms of its mechanics and ultimate practicality. Frankly, sir, that proved to be an extremely involved and difficult business. The physics of altered human consciousness deals with some conceptualizations that are not easily grasped or visualized. Nevertheless, once it's done, I'm confident that their construction and application will stand up to the test of rational critique. It's a pretty interesting read, and some of the experiences that they describe sound like an LSD trip. But does it work? I don't know, and I have to go to work, so let me know what you find out if you research this.
But we do know that those documents was released a long time ago, and y'all can go look this stuff up yourself, like I always say. But I already did videos on these type of things. But at the same time, you can do astral projection and stuff like that. You can project your mind somewhere else and be somewhere else at the same time. Just like the same thing what happens when you go to sleep and you have a vivid dream. You know, that's essentially what you're doing. I had a long hair on my leg that I put off. Like, but yeah, my bad, y'all. But look, anyway, um, yeah, you can astral project and everything. Just go look those things up yourself. Uh, it gets deep, it gets weird. Like, but if you practice these things, you'll start to understand. I don't want to give you everything here because I'm not a person that's going to give you every little thing because I like for people to have free will, and if you really want to know these things, you're gonna go out and get them. I hate
Yeah,
through my
look,
experiences
you have
in
to
life.
study. You have to
It
look.
seems like when you
You
give
feel
somebody
behind.
everything, you spoil them, and therefore they're always gonna be reliant on you to give them things, force feed them things, without them getting up on their own and getting the information themselves. So that's what I want y'all to do, and let me know what experiences you have with astral projection and everything. Don't say your name or anything in the comments, but let me know your experiences. How good are you at it? Can you actually do it? Do you believe in it? Do you believe the CIA documents that was released on it? Let me know.
In this video, this lady speaks about when you're
But you don't want to become a target. But
chosen or when you have a higher vibration than most, how it can affect others. Make sure you watch until the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
A message for the chosen. To those that are chosen, I want you guys to understand that you didn't do anything wrong. A lot of you don't even know that your vibrational frequency is so high that it just bothers other people. It fucks with their demons. It fucks with their lack of understanding, of themselves and the inner workings of this universe. You walk around here just shining, want to have friends, want to just love everybody, want to see everybody winning, but you got people hating on you. You got people talking shit about you. You got people who misunderstand you, and therefore they don't know how to take you. It's because you fucking with their own inner demons.
Right.
It ain't you, and it ain't never been you. Some of us were born here with a high moral standard. And when we violated that moral standard from a very young age, the universe gave us that work real quick. We had instant karma. So when you're walking around now, people are bothered by you, knowing in good and well that you know better. Remember, it's because it is your frequency, it is your vibration that bothers them. It is not you. It is not your fault. It's not your fault that your light shines on their darkness. Light casts shadows on density. Which means if they don't like it, that ain't your problem.
That's true.
If they got a problem with you, it's because they got a problem with themselves.
That's right.
So be easy on yourself, because I'm promising you guys this. A lot of us, we don't have a lot of friends. We don't have a lot of people we can just talk to.
No.
Our time is coming where we will start syncing up and linking up and tribing together, because we get it. We understand.
That's why we here, y'all.
That it don't take all that humming and drumming and shenanigans and drama. It don't take all that. So just be patient, because the day of purification has already come, and all of this negative energy that's been swirling in the earth all this time is going to be eradicated. People ain't going to be able to hold their shit together. But that ain't your problem. You keep shining your fucking light. You keep popping your motherfucking shit, because that's what you came here to do. I love you all. Peace and power.
Ah man, much love to you. You know what I'm saying? We had to end it on that point right there, man. Look, it's crazy out here for most of us, It's not that we don't have friends. We already have friends that we rock with, and it seems like sometimes some people want to be your friend.
We already have.
And us, especially empaths, you can tell by somebody's energy, through experiences in life. We can tell we done built up this inner system within us that can detect certain energies, because we're starting to really understand who we are, and we can see when certain people are trying to come into your life for the wrong reasons, and they're on a different frequency than you. And a lot of the times it ain't like we don't like people, is that we already know why you're here. It's kind of like an oracle. I already know why you're here.
That's true.
You're not here for the right reasons.
That's true.
And us turning over different leaves in our lives, what us that choose to progress and go further, we become a lot weirder to people that want to still be on the same frequency of, oh, this person scored a touchdown, but I don't know how to go out here and I know nothing about putting my feet in the grass and receiving the
downloads,
the frequencies from the earth to balance me out, to recharge and all these other things. They know nothing about life, but they can tell you about who cheated on who beat who up, who just got shot, but they can't tell you about, something that really matters.
At night,
they can't tell you what a cell is. They can't tell you what an atom is. They can't tell you the chemicals that's in the water. They're still drinking faucet water with calcified pineal glands. So when we get on this channel, man, we have a good time. It's hard to communicate with people that's stuck in such a vibration that I honestly, at this point in my life, I think that they want to be there. Because if you don't want to be there, we've all been at certain levels in our life, right? We can all agree on that. I've been at the bottom. Pause. I've been at the bottom of the chain of, like, economics and everything. And I chose to not go out here and, rob people, kill people and stuff like that, kill my neighbors. I didn't choose that for myself. I wanted to figure out a different way to do that. I wanted to figure out a different way to spread positivity and build my family up at the same time. Not just wealth. I'm talking about mental wealth, which a lot of people don't understand. And I'm not saying and I don't get on these videos to pose as a know-it-all. We in this shit together. I fuck up sometimes in my videos, and I can misinterpret things too, just like everybody else. But one thing I can tell you for sure is we in this thing together, and we correct each other. We move together. We grow together, and we're tapping into a different type of energy that we're all gonna be able to benefit from. It's not just about me. It's about all of us. Me showing y'all the example of how to build a foundation for the things you want is one of the biggest things I can possibly do. And in the future, y'all are gonna see me build something. I'm working on it right now. I just can't show y'all right now. I'm working on it, and y'all gonna see me build an empire. Y'all gonna see me build a tribe. Y'all gonna see me build a safe haven for like-minded people, and we're gonna blow the roof off of this thing, y'all. Y'all just have to understand that there's big things coming for all of us. So if you haven't followed my vlog channel too, because I'm dropping dual content this year. I haven't dropped a video on my vlog channel this year, but it's gonna be a lot of content coming. But look, I had a death in the family, and I had to sit back for a little bit, man. It kind of hurt me a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. I be trying to play it off. It fucked me up, man. That's something that I wasn't expecting, but it's something that I accept because it's going to happen, and we got to be mentally strong for us and our families, and I got to keep my foot on this gas, because one thing I think a regret for me is, and that's why I go so hard about things. My grandmother, she died, and she never got to see me at my max potential. She never got to see the world the way that I wanted her to see the world, and she passed before I was able to even give her that opportunity. And I wanted that lady to see the world. I wanted her to see a lot better things in life, because she never really had them. But that's another reason why I do the things that I do, because I want everybody around me to just have the best life they can possibly have. I'm living the best life I can have because I'm doing something that I love to do. And that's why I get kind of like, frustrated sometimes when I see people copy me exactly. Same fucking thumbnails, videos that don't make sense. They just trying to do them to get views so they can get money. Money is cool. I make a lot of money with trading. I don't even need to be on YouTube, to be real with y'all. You can make more money in trading. For real. And you'll see on my other channel. But look, I love y'all, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video right here, man. Y'all go ahead, share these videos with your friends and your family. But look, I'll see you in the next video. Like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you in the next video. And I'm out, though. Bye.
Okay, y'all. We're gonna put on some more videos, y'all. Some more videos so y'all can see that I'm gonna so I don't know what happened, y'all. We're gonna try it again. Make sure y'all can see this.
And stuck if there's a difference between ball and mullarch. And like the more I read, some things say there is and some things say there aren't. Like if you look up ball, you'll see that. Now see what Rihanna did. She didn't sniff. Okay. She reset herself. Okay. She didn't sniff. I know y'all seen Kamala lately when she did her little hand sign. Okay. But something really cool. I want you to look at something down here, okay? You see how cool and detailed that is? Well, they got a whole movie, Gods of Egypt, which I also think is very entertaining because I have to say it because Jesus had bronze feet in the Bible and they sacrificed bronze feet in the Bible. So Ja Rule putting himself on a cross was really wild to me. That really it just stood out to me. And then I thought of this movie like that kind of looks like a bird, but when you actually look at it, it kind of looks like a goat, doesn't it? We can't forget Trump. We'll never forget Trump talking about the seals. Why were you talking about the seals? You talked about it. Look up the Ptolemaic arch. And I did. I did. I wish I didn't. What does this arch stand for? Oh, it's Bolshevik. Okay, who's Ball? I mean, Bolshevik. And there's a bad guy that we're both fighting. And then what bothers me is that why can't God just destroy Satan? Like, stop. Like, right there. Why can't he just destroy Satan and there would be no evil in the world? Well, probably because God doesn't have the power to do that. God is fake. God, they lied to you. God's fake. There's people who went and they colonized and they put Jesus, the black man, Ja Rule, on the cross, and then they took over the world and worship their God. So what if, imagine this, there was never a good God. Okay, how is that possible? Well, see, ball has a lot to do with crops and life to land. Well, that's really cool because our government has a lot to do with our crops and our life to land and our mud floods and our ice ages and our ammonium nitrate that burns red and brown. That's really cool if you just use it as a little bit of a metaphor, you know? He's handsome and he's strong and he has a lot of girlfriends. That's cool. You know that song? Round young virgins, mothers and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. That don't sound like a freaking sacrifice to you? And why did we have to define between virgins, mothers, and children? It's in your face. But then it's cute because they say that he had a waddle daddle with the god of the sea. Anyway, then there's another God. This is all with one God, okay? This is all Ball's story. That he battles with the supreme God who wants him to behave and follow the rules. The government, the government, the government. Tell the truth, who the government is worshiping and following. Because that's what I actually think. I think that they're speaking about themselves worshiping their God when they're painting stories of Ball and Mullard. Okay, so Mullard was the bad boy, the one who brought the fire and the wealth and the power to his followers. How ironic, the elite or superstar. He was scary and cruel. He had a lot of children. He was a tyrant and he liked to show his authority by demanding sacrifices. He was the god of amenities and he had a lot of followers who feared him and obeyed Christian crusades. But yeah, he's even got his own rival. I think that's crazy. The goddess of the sheep, Azra. Oh, we've seen that name before be changed a few times, haven't we? I know that got crazy and weird and turned into a lot, but I hope that in the least that you found that The people who the United States, who the world, who the governments are worshiping, they're Mallarch, okay? It's Baal. At this point, I think they're one and the same. I think they're literally actively telling you who the followers are. The followers would be the Ballers, okay? We're worshiping Mallarch. Baal would be the person sacrificing to Mallarch. And that's real because there's a whole temple built in the name Baal, which makes you think this is the place where they take the children so they could get them to Moloch. And crazy, we see these in a lot of societies. This even looks like a Washington. Doesn't it look like something in Washington to you too? I'm sorry, I'm gonna redo this one. This one got nuts.
Okay, you all. One more, and then that's it. That's all I want to show y'all TikTok. Really, I want to do the zodiac signs, but we didn't. We did the TikTok, so let's do one more. One more. She's really great. She's really good. 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 I follow her a lot on different things. Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Can I help you, sir? Rebound! Hey! Hey! Rebound! 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 There's a fire! Can I help you, sir? Rebound! Hey! Hey! Rebound! 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 There's a fire!
Oh, they're not going to. They're not going to fix the water in Flint. One, because they keep saying that there's a problem that they'll have to give up the control to the state run around. But beyond that, Flint is 56.6% black. Okay. They're not going to fix it. It's the equivalent of Baltimore right now having leg poisoning, which is the leading cause of aggression and dysfunctional cognitive abilities of children, which is just how slavery chain lined for them to go to school, get kicked out, go to jail. And it would simply cost $14 million to fix. But they didn't have that for Baltimore. They didn't have the money for Flint. They don't have the initiative for Flint. For me, there's no reason a state should have to come over and take control to fix something within a city, one city. Again, 56.6% black. People don't realize depopulation and sterilization, they can take many forms. You think things in the water are messing with the fertility rate out there? Doing the hypersexual, hyper-aggressive children in Baltimore, and you wonder why they gang, bang, bang, and they love Cardi B. They aggression, or his dad wasn't good, so he became the best dad he could, or the girl got cheated on and she don't go suck on nobody. She just goes and maybe keys his car, but then she feels better, she's independent. Everybody wants to look over the racial wars and not seeing this country was built off of literally keeping a group of people down. I digress. Back to Flint. It would not do them any good to fix Flint. In fact, I'm going to go look up and see. I feel like the cities that are interrupting their rail lines, their oil pipes, their money are the locals. spills. And if they're not the cities that got chemical spills to do things to damage the land, it was to cover up evidence. That's the point we're at right now. I'm sorry, that turned into a little random jangle. All I just wanted to say is they're not going to fit Flint. Oh, speaking about random things, Washington, why are you implementing laws that people can't have face masks and coverings when you guys just penalized people a couple of years ago for not having face masks and couplings, and then you were telling people they cannot walk in more than 2 groups? What kind of fascist communist country are y'all turning into down there, DC? Guys, I don't like coffee, but I love me some tea. You ever had tea in the shade? That shit hit different. Oh, they're not going to. They're not going to fix the water in Flint. One, because they keep saying that there's a problem that they'll have to give up the control to the state right away.
I think it's time to end it because it won't show anymore.
All this morning, that's where to go. My soul left my body, traveled to freaking 10 universes. Good morning, Tiki. Let's play a game. Let's play fact check the fact check. Contradiction in itself, to be honest. You have to, it's not copyrighted. So Disney would not need to buy it to make a movie. That's what this is all about. They're saying that Disney bought the rights so they can make a movie about the Bible, but you don't need that. But what is intriguing is that the commercial Bibles, the ones that are revised or redistributed, those are owned by people. Those are owned by people. So, can King James buy the rights to something that he owns? No, that's absurd. But then the funny question comes into play. Is the king Disney? I'm going to outright tell you that the brand Disney is run by American people, but my personal opinion, that's the king's property as well. See, this crazy wild thing happened is when DeSantos was running his mouth and trying to have a peeing contest with nobody. He showed the world something the world wasn't supposed. How were why we are not hearing about Florida and Disney World anymore because it's over with. So if the king don't own Disney, how they do that? Yeah, the royal clause is totally real, absolutely real. But anyways, so Disney again, Disney, are you owned by England? Because everything kind of points that you are. So Disney, it's weird that someone would come out and say that you bought the Bible. Now, actually thinking about it further, 1881, when that Bible was revised 80,000 times, it's really cool because it's like a great set happened. Oh, influenza, that flu thingy where they were injecting people with weird stuff. Isn't it cool that throughout time they have little times where they can inject people with weird stuff and then a bunch of things happen, a bunch of time changes, I don't know, things change. If the King James people did anything and purchased anything, they purchased the rights to every other commercial Bible so that they could change them in unison. That is how you erase text. That's how you go through time and you have a Bible where how do you have that verse? I don't know. I've never seen that verse in my life. How do you have a book of Enoch? I don't know. I've never seen that book in my how does it happen? You buy things, you buy rights to things, and then you change them. So if 1881, King James VI, same guy who wrote Demonology, changed the actual Bible the world had, and then later on we were allowed to monopolize the Bible, allowing people to buy their own commercial and print and translate, changing a bunch of different worlds. Well, you're going to have some books where you don't know what's said. And then if you do know what's said, you can't take it out because it's printed in thousands. So what do? Like I just said, you buy those rights, you change those words, you uniform the Bible into something that you can use in the next because no one's going to know what it says. At this point, nobody's going to know anything because you guys are taking all the history out of books. You guys are changing all the food. You got the fake made up here with fake. Karina, how is your lawsuit against the chicken and the fish feed? Chili, you look like Maui right now. Did you guys know that Chili was disintegrated too? And they said it was. Hey guys, remember I said that ammonium nitrate burns red brown? Do you know what happens after the red brown, dies off? Well, it leaves red brown soup everywhere. Chili, what color are you right now? Okay, I'm sorry. That turned into a random ADH tangent. I gotta go. I just wanted to let everybody know that it would be very lucrative for Disney to buy something, but they don't need to buy the rights to the real Bible because they own the real Bible. They are the real Bible. We live in a weird backward society, but okay. Love you guys. Good morning, Tiki. Let's play a game. Let's play fact check the fact check. Did Disney buy the rights to the Bible? Well, see, that's it's a contradiction in itself, to be honest. You have to understand two things. One, the actual physical Bible itself is not copyrighted. They're owned by people. So, can the king
Mhm.
This won't let me show the music is turned off on here. Hmm. They for some of these. You may not go. So if it don't go, I'm gonna quit it. In a minute. These are some good nuts, but I can't be eating them. Oh well, I can't find the rest of them right now, y'all. So it's time to get on out. Let me see. It's one more I want to get on to see. Okay, here it is, y'all. Let me put it in there. And the last two, y'all.
We should have known, bro, was about that when he was using real shit in his. Mans was talking about when all your ops is dead and he wasn't using any type of prop weapons. Them bitches was real. He a Hall of Fame threat to society, bro. He got arrested for switches, for fully automatic rifles and drug trafficking, bro. He wasn't selling no regular gas or shit. This man was selling fent and what was he selling, bro? And then to top it all off, he just felt like doing something bad, so he wanted to steal some shit too. All that shit added up together equals a $3 million bond. And shit, them IG skits seem to be paying bro off because he put that 10% down easily. Bro was out like the next.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about these. Are these y'all? Mm. Can't seem to find the one I was looking for.
The roots where we drink and get strong. This one is the 3-man strength. $60 that I drink all these type of roots. We do lots of things to the back, to the bones, and wow. That's the real thing. Real man.
When that sister showed up on the beach today, I said, "Sister, I read."
bet you've never seen weapons like this. Did you know? Generate and shoot out, and take a good look at the handle of this sword. Coils generate vortexes. Vortexes create an electromagnetic field. Magnetic field conducts currents in and out lines of force in a torus circuit. It is said, when parrying with a flame-barred sword, unpleasant vibrations can transfer into the attacker's blade. These vibrations cause the blade to slow contact with each other because additional friction is encountered with each wave. X-rays of a Bronze Age sword grip's intricate designs indicate some sort of tech. The question is, why? This is a modern-day example of that same weapon in use. They was able to convert natural atmospheric energy into electricity, and underneath their armor to prevent them from reaching fiction.
With this haircut, bitch. About to take a nigga, bitch, with this haircut. Come here. About to cop a new fit in this haircut.